pressure you just gave me. I don't know what to say.
Oh man. And you are. Who said it? Who said it last week? Pringle said it.
Yeah,
So
I
you'll say
butchered it though.
Yeah, you'll say it this week, Broken. And yeah, Broken's good. I think I'm good as far as audio is concerned. Actually, I think Pringle. We'll talk about this on the podcast. I mean, let's not bury the lead here. Hold on. All right. Pringle typing something furiously.
Sorry, man. I don't know why it's catching that. Hold up, let me change that. I'll change that so it doesn't.
Probably when you change your. Yeah, we can still hear it.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear your mouse clicks too.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you hear this?
Yep.
Wow, really?
It's probably when you did your mic, it did like the default noise gate instead of like what you normally have it on.
That's true.
Technology versus Pringle.
I know, right? Can you hear me fine though? Like,
oh yeah, you're great.
Okay,
yeah.
Can you hear this?
Not anymore, no.
So you can't hear the clickety? Can you hear this?
I can hear the clicks. Yeah, but when you were typing,
you can hear this, the mouse clicks that I'm doing right now.
Only when you're because when you're talking, the mic is obviously so
it'll
like
pick that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you click
That's
without
weird.
talking, yeah.
Usually it doesn't pick up that, but how about now? Can you hear this?
Yeah. Well,
really?
So click without saying anything.
No, you can't hear that.
Yeah, I can't hear. You can hear that? I can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's exactly. I can't hear that either. Usually he's like, all right, he's a clap. And it's just like, this motherfucker made a clap with no sound.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why. Can you hear me fine, though? Is there like spots or anything? Can you hear me fine?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. So you can't, I'm going to type for like a second. You didn't hear that. Okay, how about this? Okay, you didn't hear that, right? Okay, cool. No, you're good. Dude, oh yeah, man, you mentioned that, but something happened with my my Panthera. I don't even know, but it don't work no more.
Those things do die.
Pantheras?
Yeah, the razor sticks, they have a shelf life.
Dude, mine ain't that old, man. That's like I think that's like a couple years.
Get yourself a real man.
I have one of those, remember? The problem with my Itoki is that I don't have the I'm missing like a specific I think it's like a hexagonal type of screw thing, so I can like tighten the stick in place and stuff like that. It's a specific little, like one of those little L-shaped things.
You can go to Home Depot, they got some.
Yeah, I know they got those. I just forget all the time. And I don't got no car, man. So go to Home Depot, that's a problem already, man. Home Depot like 3 miles.
Right.
But yeah.
No.
Nah, I can't.
No. I think we've established that the noise gate works, Broken.
But yeah, my Panthera is it can't move left or right. And I was like, what happened now, man? Like, I have to buy a whole nother stick or something? Like the what's that thing called, man? The actual stick itself, the lever, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to get a whole new lever because now it just can't go right. And I was like, because it's more comfortable than the Toki, man. I'm not gonna front. I kind of like how it feels a little bit more on my lap, but Itoki is just like that's for the dudes that like playing on the floor. That's
I play with the Itoki any chance I got, even non-fighting games. Like we play River City Girls. I play with the arcade stick.
I should have done that too when I played it. But yeah, that would be fun. Beat 'em ups on fight sticks and shoot 'em ups too.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all beat it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
We got. Yeah.
Did you like the noise boss? She was stupid, man. She was stupid as hell.
I thought she was the least fun boss in the game.
She was stupid. You cannot dodge some of her moves very well because of how like the game is not made like. I actually haven't gotten there, but I don't care for.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think that the hardest boss was the first one, the rooftop. Everything else was pretty easy. Like
that makes sense.
Yeah. Like 2 or 3 runs.
Did you guys eat food? Like eat random food? Because leveling in that game is useless. Leveling in that game is pointless. You didn't eat random food?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, well, if you eat something once, then you get stat buffs. But if you don't eat anything, you don't get any stat buffs. So leveling in that game is useless because everything scales to your level. That's one of the reasons why I don't like that game. I was like, what the hell is the point of a leveling system if everything just scales to your level? Pointless.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. I think episode this is 11. I think we can do episode 13 as a spoiler cast or the review discussion. Yeah. We'll do one more playthrough just to kind of tie loose ends. And then I'll write up a doc. Yeah, and I think they'll be fun too, which they're not exactly their boyfriends, which is weird, but okay.
Oh, they're not? Oh, dude. Funny.
They're heavier for sure, yeah.
Oh, you got to play as them in the game?
Yeah. You
okay. I thought that was the second thing. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Second thing, I think in the second one, it comes from the get-go, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. Like that's no lore game for sure. But it's like stupid fun though. Like it's that kind of game where it's like, you're literally just beating the shit out of people and it's like, it's kind of fun. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll write a whole Google Doc and Pringle, even though you didn't beat it, you can still talk about it from the perspective like, you don't like the leveling systems or whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I got well enough into the game, like maybe like 3/4 into it, basically. Maybe like a boss left.
Yeah.
I hated that boss, man. That boss was really annoying.
That was the only one, ironically enough. I didn't think she was very fun, but like that was the only boss that we didn't the big boss, not the mid bosses, but like we didn't restart. We beat her in one.
That's funny. Yeah, you beat her in one go.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It's like it's just kind of like you can't duck it. Like you can't avoid a lot of the moves, especially when like she starts doing the Guitar Hero crap and it comes out really, really fast. Cannot avoid it.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
As something that I'm going to talk about too when we do the review discussion, something that I noticed early on in this game is that the horizontal movement is really good and it's fun. The traversing going
left to right,
but going vertically is really bad. Like it's not
the hit detection is actually something that people complain about. People that get into the weeds complain about. Everybody else, no man, it's a great game. I'm like,
I don't know that I would say it's a great game. I thought it was
It's fun. Yeah,
that was fun.
It's fun when you play it with somebody. I would not enjoy that by myself. I would not enjoy it as much by myself.
Yeah, and Indie Showcase, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there is something.
I think the second would be better.
There is something to playing that game in co-op versus alone, because our favorite moments was when like Broken would do a volleyball spike and I would just be randomly up in the air and then slamming the guy who did the spike down. It was like that was like the most fun part of the game, is like when we'd have like these random combinations or these juggles that we would do just unscripted.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, power bomb.
That stuff is really fun. Yeah.
I got some clips of it, so we'll run them when we do the spoiler cast, because we got some really good clips of like Broken and I just beating the shit out of people, and then he does something, and then like I just happen to be in the area, and then I like do something, or vice versa. It was kind of fun.
Mhm.
I got that. I got that. Yep. Yep. I got that. All right. I'll clap us up. I know you guys can't hear me, but you'll have to trust me. There's actually noise in my claps.
It's like the tree and the leaf joke. Right?
All right. All righty. Here we are. Ride to Orbis, a gaming podcast. It's supposed to be weekly, but it wasn't last week because reasons. But anyway, here we are again. My name is Max Bleiser. I'm joined, as always, by Pringle the One, the car searcher from Oregon. What's going on, man?
Man, dude, yeah. Sucks looking for a new car right now.
It's brutal.
It's brutal. Man. The car economy is really bad. It's getting better, supposedly.
Man.
It's been pretty bad the last 2 years. As with everything, right? Like houses have been bad. Everything. Video games have been bad. Dog, like everything sucks ass.
Oh man. Hopefully it gets better. But podcasting has been good because I get to do this podcast with you guys, which has been fun. So
free.
I'm glad. Of course. And speaking of a Pringle the 2 is here, Broken Wing.
All right.
That's true. That is true.
Dude.
Yeah. Technically. So I guess let's talk about the elephant in the room. So we were supposed to record last week and we didn't. And honestly, it was mostly like on me because I got held up at work, which, my job is soon ending, which is nice. But I got held up. So I didn't know when I was going to be home. And then, we usually record on Thursdays. So like, am I going to record hella late on a Thursday? And then Broken works as well. So it's like, it wasn't going to work out. So we ended up just skipping it. It was also kind of a slow week.
To be fair, too, though, I came back like home late as hell that day, too. So it's fine that we really did.
Yeah, it didn't work out. So, it's okay. Here we are talking about some more video games. And today is the second mailbag episode. So we got some questions, and which actually helps because I went through my email and I was like, man, there's not a lot to talk about as far as news. There's a little bit, but nothing that. Sanic? There's a question there.
Oh, there's a Game on the Awards?
Yeah. Yeah. It always does. Every year, nominees so TGA seems to be more of like a marketing / almost political like showcase as opposed to just a gaming showcase.
I'm about to see what game was it? It was an indie game that was pretty about to see Eastward or something. More about the indie game of the year or some weird ass game. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. God of War, the new God of War.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. We already started. Yes.
Dude, it's gonna be Naruto Shippuden 9000, the new Boku no Hero, and Jump Stars Ultimate. And then what fighting game dropped last year? Nothing, right?
Well, there's a question. There's a question regarding that exact nomination. So we'll talk about that once we get to the mailbag.
Hell yeah, man. You had a week to realize it was the game of the year.
I mean, it's still eligible, I guess, right?
Drops on Christmas.
Hey, Omori in 2020 dropped on Christmas, December 25th.
Oh, it dropped on Christmas?
Yeah. So.
What a gift.
Dude, I love
it. Go stab yourself for Christmas, man.
I love it, yeah. Doesn't Call of Duty come out in November though? How is that going to work? Besides, I mean, the Game Awards is not like anything big.
Need my copy. They get those expensive stars to
But who cares?
Who's going to be the next guy? Bill Cosby? No.
O.J. Simpson?
I know he did it. Ernesto's horror.
But they wouldn't be for next year. They came out in that year. What is it, Grammy? Is it Grammy music or is that TV shows? What is?
Is it music? Yeah, it's music.
The Emmys Oscars is movies.
Oscars or Emmys might be TV.
Emmys is TV show? I don't know. Award shows are dumb. I think award shows are stupid. Games as well. I'm just saying. I think TGA is it's kind of meaningless. Like, who cares? I mean, I just think it's a bunch of people in a room
too. All the new games, and it's like, come on, man, I don't want to watch it. Cast. Yeah.
No.
About to see more Tekken 8 footage through that, probably.
I'd be down for that, yeah. You're forgetting that the people who probably are voting outside of the people for public voting, those are the people who probably got codes to review. They're probably the media outlets like IGN and GameSpot and all those other ones. So like, they've played God of War since, who knows how long. I get it. I think the whole award system is silly. I think the whole event is silly outside of the announcements, which honestly, we've gotten to a point in time. Man, we're really starting off this podcast with a hell of a segment. But like,
I just wanted to make a joke. You got trapped by Broken's. He caught you in.
I know. Broken cannot stay on topic. He's like,
he sees your ass. I know how to end it.
Yeah, Broken sees a bullet point. He's like, let me go over here.
Yo, but hold up a minute.
Yeah. It's not that difficult, actually. It's a pretty easy word. Yeah. Yeah.
I can say it.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Easy word.
What does it mean? But read the second part. Dude, I work with somebody laconic. This dude doesn't say anything. Like,
I don't really like people like. It's kind of hard to work with people like that. It's hard because it's like they'll do things and they don't say nothing. It's kind of like, it's like, man, you're not in the right job, man. You need to.
It's been really annoying because, first of all, I don't know about y'all, but St. Louis has been cold. Like, it's winter over here.
Yeah. It's winter. Freezing over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's below freezing, so it's like not
Yeah.
below like 0,
Horrible.
but it's under
Below freezing point under 30
yeah,
Fahrenheit.
under 32. So it's really cold, and like we're outside, and I'm trying to just make conversation with this guy, and he like just doesn't respond, or if he does, it's
Man,
like
I'm
one
freezing my
word.
ass off, man. You need to talk with me,
Yeah,
man. This
I know.
sucks ass, man. What's wrong with you, man?
I know. I was like,
You
come
need
on,
people
man.
to talk with when you're in the suck.
Yeah, it makes the day go by much faster if you can talk
Right.
to somebody. Just you shooting the shit doesn't even have to be anything deep, right?
Yeah, man.
What?
What? Oh, new place? Oh, no bar? Oh, okay.
The bar.
Oh. What? They got you wearing kilts in a bar?
It's like a Scottish Hooters.
Oh, man, that's so odd, dude.
Mm. Yeah, you fit that word right in too. Very well. Yeah, laconic. So, Pringle, remember the last word? What was last week's word?
Too many things
sepulcher.
happen for me to remember a word. I remember butchering it though.
Yeah. So yeah, laconic. Anyway, we got a sports question. I'm going to do this a little different because I have a feeling Pringle is a Hajime no Ippo watcher, so he knows a little bit of boxing.
Show, yeah.
So Broken, I'm going to give you the first shot at this because I don't want you copying Pringle because I have a feeling Pringle probably knows the first question.
Yeah.
So the sports question of the week. Broken. In the sport of boxing, name 2 punches that are not a jab. Now, you have 4 options technically to say a punch. To say a punch. No, I'm not going to give you the options. You're going to have to come up with them. But I'm saying no, you're going to have to come up with them, but there are technically 4 types of punches that you can say that aren't a jab. That, I mean, I'm not adding directional. Like, I'm not saying like right this or left that. Like, just give me the name. Okay. So you're going with hook and a blow? Hook and a blow from Broken. Pringle. Give me 2 punches that are not a jab.
You got uppercut. You got a right, straight.
Okay.
You even got like I was gonna say gazelle, gazelle punch.
So you're going
the Dempsey roll. No, yeah, but I'll just give it those. Yeah. So right and the uppercut is fine right there.
Okay, so you're going straight and uppercut. Broken goes with hook and blow.
Nah, man.
So this is what I'll do. First of all, Pringle is right. A straight can also be called a cross, but it's a straight and an uppercut is correct. You could also set a hook, an uppercut. That's also 2 punches. Now, Broken, you said a hook and a blow. I'm going to give you 1 point because a blow is not a punch. But you were close. You got a hook.
Body. Yeah. No, that would just be a body blow. It's not. That really would be a body blow.
But... Yeah. Okay. So Broken, I'll go to you again for the bonus question. So you got 1 point on that one, and I'll award Pringle 2 points. For the bonus question, what is the proper term for when 2 boxers get tied up? So when their arms get interlocked with each other. The proper term. So when you hear the commentator and be like, oh, and those 2 guys are...
It has 2 names. No, let me stop.
Don't confuse them.
When I say it, you'll see why it has 2 names from my perspective.
Thinking. This is like Jeopardy. You gotta guess?
You should get a soundboard of the Jeopardy music. That would be funny.
You're going with laced. They're like shoestrings. They're laced together. Okay. All right, laced. Laced from Broken. Pringle, what do you call it when two boxers
You don't like my name?
Get locked up?
The Mayweather. No. A clinch.
A clinch. That is correct. Clinch is the proper term.
Mayweather.
Yeah, it is the Mayweather. So the reason is for the people who are not into boxing, Mayweather is a very defensive boxer. It used to be.
Yeah.
Now he just does exhibition matches with people he can beat. But
he got a lot of money too. That's probably why he does it.
Yeah, he used to be called Pretty Boy Floyd, and then he changed his persona to Money Mayweather because he made his shtick all about his money.
I get so many random Google articles of him making more money than like Jordan and Shaq, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He is the highest paid athlete right now.
He is, yeah. So, and he's not even active. So,
yeah, I know, right?
Crazy.
This motherfucker is making money, not even boxing, yo.
Yeah. Well, Pringle. That's true.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, YouTubers and Japanese wrestlers. So that's what he's doing. Pringle, you tied it up in the sports question of the week because Broken had a lead last week. It's all tied up. Very nice. Well, I'll try to like put something in the middle because I think boxing was way more in Pringle's realm as opposed to.
Yeah, you should have done like MMA. Or,
I probably should have done MMA. MMA will come
up. Should do baseball or tennis. I don't know nothing about those.
Yeah.
Bro, chess.
Oh man.
Where at least chess. I won't defend esports, but I'll defend some chess. Did you know that there was such a thing as boxing chess? Motherfuckers be like, all right, man, my pawn E5, and I'm about to slug your ass. That's an actual thing in Europe, man.
Damn, that's kind of sick. Oh my gosh. Remember the Harry Potter movie? Was it the first one where they have to like stay on the giant chess pieces as they like move across the board? Yeah. I was like, when what's his name? Ron? Is it Ron? Who's the redhead kid? He was like on the knight or whatever, or the pawn, and the knight or the bishop is, I don't know, it's kind of
dumb. My Harry Potter.
Yeah. And then he was like, why didn't he just like jump off before he got
I know, right? I think they couldn't get off of the chess piece.
Oh, is that? That was like the whole point. Maybe it's like, you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? You know how they put the green ring around the arena, and it's like whoever loses their soul goes to the abyss.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I will take you now to the graveyard.
Yeah. 4,000 points.
Hilarious stuff.
Literally. So, but yeah. Hey, today is a mailbag episode. So shout outs to everybody who sent us questions. Patreon, YouTube especially, as well as the Twitter. We also have a little thing about Twitter at the end of the show. So shout outs to everybody. The mailbag is still open. It's open on a weekly basis, so you guys can always send questions to @Pringle1, @BrokenWing777_, and @MaxSplicer. None of us have blue check marks. We are free users of Twitter.
Oh man, oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. So appreciate everybody who submitted some questions to us, and we'll answer them here shortly. Things to note before we start going. So I'm going on vacation on December 5th. I'm going down to Florida, see my grandparents. They're getting old. I don't know if my grandpa knows my name, but I'm going to go see him and spend a week there. So after that, I should be in the clear as far as like just being more consistent with Right to Orbis as well as the TMPs that I want to do. So I want to do the Max Plus podcast with a bunch of people. So I'll get those scheduled. I think we'll be able. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do a podcast on the week of the 5th to the 12th, but we should be able to do something before I leave, I think. So that'll be the schedule moving forward. And I did a poll. Remember 2 weeks ago, I was like, hey, what should we play as a community event? There's Overwatch, there's Left 4 Dead, there's this, there's that. I did a poll, and man, between Fall Guys and Overwatch 2, that was a landslide. 18-5 final vote for Fall Guys. Nobody wants to play Overwatch 2. So That could be the next
Fall
community
Guys.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll play that probably eventually once I come back from vacation. We'll do something. Also, Zio wants me to run a Melty Blood type Illumina tournament against CNC. He wanted me to throw out the idea to see if we can do an exhibition of type Lumina. And I think the crowd kind of went mild over there.
Man, dude, everybody's kind of. It's like it's so interesting, man. Like I was thinking of playing it myself, and then I just had that same type unsatisfied.
Yeah, type unsatisfied. So
still unsatisfied. Yep. Nah. I've seen the gameplay still, and it's still the same stuff I'm looking at. Shield's still kind of annoying. Yeah, but it's still there.
They had no. Please don't. We don't have the time, Broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to. I'll probably forget. It's all good.
They did have a few people in their Discord that was actually interested. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll run the numbers. I don't mind running a tournament if people are interested, but I don't know how many people on the RTO side we can really get. And we'll see how many people we can get on the CNC side. But I really have a feeling that like once Tekken 8 comes out, Street Fighter 6, those are the games that you really want to run an exhibition for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll be there for Tekken.
Yeah, see, I got the Pringle seal of approval on those.
As long as it's got good neck. If it don't,
oh man.
Nope.
Hey, yeah. We actually got a question about something like netcode in a bit. But first, podcast corrections. Hey, Broken, this is not you. Actually, it's not a correction. 2 weeks ago, on the last podcast, we were talking about when games like we thought when we knew like approaching games, if we ever had like a change of heart when we were like, I'm gonna like this game, and then we played it and then like you ended up not. I never mentioned where it was like Lisa the Painful. I actually thought I was really gonna like Lisa the Painful. And then I played it and I was like, man, that's not too much. Like I like my little weird indies, but I played 2 hours of Lisa the Painful and I was like, no, dude, like that's not.
What was wrong with it for you? I was actually playing it again, and like I kind of don't like how the save system works. You get kind of stuck, and then like that. I was like, well, then you die, and then you get fudged. So I actually don't like the gameplay aspect right there. I'd probably be able to just push on through, but I got kind of stuck, and then I was like, But I only played for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, so with Lisa the Painful, I played games like that for the story, and the gameplay was fine. But the story, I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't like super disturbing or anything. It's obviously a little messed up, but I didn't feel like I was connecting with any character. I wasn't connecting with like the atmosphere that the game.
Post-apocalyptic, deserted ass place. You can't relate to a man in a post-apocalyptic and there's only one girl around, man.
Nah, dude, it's just something's off. Like I didn't like it.
It's a free eye game, man. Yeah. I wish there was like I probably played it if it was like on Switch, but it's only probably touch it. Yeah, I hear it's probably worse. Lisa the Joyful, yeah.
Yeah, so the storytelling in that one is obviously for mature audiences, and it talks about a lot of not weird stuff, but like heavy, like it's heavy shit. Like Lisa the Painful is not like for the faint-hearted, so it's it's just a little too heavy for me. I was like, I'm not really into this. Like it was a little too much. So, but I mean, hey, I gave it a shot. I really thought I was gonna like it. So, what was funny? Steam does this thing where like it recommends you games. So it was like it saw me play Omori. It was like, hey, you sunk 30 hours into Omori. Try this, and I was like, okay, let me try that.
I could see that. Yeah. Omori. I don't think that. Like, man, I know you said that you love the game, but I don't think I could recommend Omori either to people because of how it does have some kind of messed up themes to it too. It's not messed up to me. It's like whatever, but like to other people.
Yeah, I don't think as much as Lisa the Painful though. I think Lisa the Painful.
I don't know. I didn't get far enough for Lisa to get weird. I don't know what is even in that game specifically that's
keep
weird.
playing it. Keep
Is
playing
it that everybody's trying to get in this? I don't know. Is it really a spoiler? The first
Uh,
3 hours is that everybody's trying to
No,
get the girl? Isn't that it?
no,
Like that's what makes it
yeah.
weird.
So there's way more to Lisa the Painful as far as like just the psyche of that game. Like there's people are not right in that game, and then you eventually find out they're like, oh, this is different, right? It's so it's I don't know.
I feel like I just should read the spoiler on that. You should just play the other parts, man. I don't. I'm actually like I've gotten to a point where I don't like replaying games too much because there's just so many more new games. So I try to play new stuff or stuff I haven't played instead of because it's like I know I play the game. I can just rewatch a video or something to refresh myself on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving parts to Lisa the Painful. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for every. That game is definitely not for everybody. Like, make sure you read about it first before you pick it up. Like, it's a little different. Speaking of games, what are we playing? Hey, I've been. It's been a little off for me as far as the vibe. So I've been coming back home from work and just wanting to chill. So I've been playing. You know, it's actually kind of funny because when Broken and I did the game genres list, we put like the creative on like hella low, but I'm actually playing a creative game called Craftopia, and I'm spending like I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes a night just building my little house or whatever, and it's been kind of relaxing. I just put on some like music and then build my house for like 45 minutes and then fucking go to bed. Like it's kind of been nice.
You need to play bad game. Oh, I think that man. Oh, I see.
I'm not to that point, but it's just I just
This
been in the
looked like
mood.
a farming sim almost, man. You know, I'm into that, man. I love farming sims. It's basically kind of like this is kind of
Yeah,
like Rune Factory.
yeah, you can. I mean, obviously there is farming in the game, but it's
Mhm.
a lot of world building, and you can travel from like continent to continent
You
and fight monsters or whatever.
you ever heard of Dragon Quest Builders? It's like a fun version of Minecraft.
Oh
It's actually
shit!
it's actually really fun, man. You don't like it, I think it does a lot more fun stuff than Minecraft because it gives you objective, like purpose.
Hmm.
So it's pretty fun. Yeah. Yep. Hmm.
That's cool. Craftopia does so. Craftopia is sandboxy. Like if
Yeah.
you want, you can just be like, here, just do whatever you want. Very much like Minecraft, but it'll give you suggestions and be like, hey, maybe you should build a workbench, and then it'll be like, how do I do that? And then you just click on the thing, and it shows you how to build a workbench. And then it'll give you like little tips and be like, hey, maybe you should do this. And so I built a helicopter. I'm just running like flying around places. It's kind of neat. But
Man.
I
I'm,
mean, it's been kind of fun.
I'm seeing the game and I'm like, man, they really ripped straight from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So many games ripped from that, man. Weird.
It's actually so the cool fact about that game, at least I'm pretty sure from when I first started playing it, is so it's an early access game, but it's made by one person. So that's
yeah.
it's
Nice.
just one guy making the game. So it gets a lot of updates. Like every week, it gets a bunch of updates, and it's just working on it slowly but surely. So pretty cool. I
Done,
don't
man.
think so. No, I don't think so. Hmm.
I don't. It doesn't. He doesn't have anything here. He's
Yeah.
probably if it's just one dude. I doubt he's making two games, man.
Yeah,
at the same
especially
time.
on the level of Palworld. I think you're high. That's what I think.
Actually, I guess Power World. Yeah, I think he's right, man. Actually, developer Pocket Pair that he worked on Craftopia, and now I guess he's working on Power World, but he's like not till next year.
As like an assistant, or is that his project?
It just says developer Pocket Pair, so that's him.
I wonder if he got help, because there's no way he's doing both on his own, right?
Probably has help, man. Cause the Pocket Pair itself looks like it's not just one dude. It looks like he has multiple people.
I thought for a while, at least when I first got the game. So I got this game a while back. I thought it was just him starting out. So I just happened to get back into it. But Craftopia has been kind of neat. So I've been playing that. I initially started playing that with friends a couple years ago, but then they left me, and I was like, you know what? How about I finish building my house from 2 years ago? So I was like, doing that. So I didn't write it down here. Another thing I've been playing, and it's because of the guy at work who doesn't talk. I was like, well, I guess I got to do something.
Phone games.
I've been playing, and we got a question about that. That's why I'm bringing it up. I've been playing this. It's like it's a waifu. So you guys know the game Bloons Tower Defense, where it's no. So
yo, he shut that down. He's like, no, not with your wife.
So Bloons Tower Defense we actually have a question about that too. Is you play it, you put like monkey, it's just a tower defense game, but you put monkeys with darts, and then there's balloons coming through. It's like an old Flash game, and the monkeys have to take the darts and get all the balloons. So I'm playing that, but it's a waifu version of that. It's called Path to Nowhere. And literally all you're doing is you're putting these waifus with guns or shields or swords, and you're making sure that they don't hit the captain. And they're basically trying to beat up hooligans before they reach the captain. But there's something about that game that I deleted it because I had like something with gachas. They're so, I don't know, like exhausting. They're really exhausting to play. Like mentally. Like I was like, man, there's too much shit going on. Like I just deleted it. I was like, I can't do it. I think it's actually kind of fun though. No thanks.
I remember the only reason why I remember tower defense games is because back in the day they would be on Newgrounds and they would usually stick, and that's how you play tower defense games back then, man. So, one game that I will say that I had fun with that was mobile was probably Fire Emblem Heroes, and it's because it basically works like the actual Fire Emblem, more basic.
Gotcha. We got so it's Nikki, not Nikkei.
Wow. I feel like that's how a lot of gacha games are kind of going too, though. They're going a lot with the voice acting and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they're putting all of their money on that.
I think Path to Nowhere actually has a bunch of voices too, which is, I mean, that's how they get people to play it. But anyway, that's what I've been playing. Well, I played that for like 2 days, and I was like, all right, and I'll talk about why it's exhausting once we get to the question about Nikki or Nikkei or whatever. And then we were playing River City Girls. We finished it. I don't want to say too much because I was saying before the podcast, how about we do episode 13, 2 episodes from now? We'll do a spoiler cast, the review discussion. We'll talk about it. I'll do the whole Google Doc, and we will really break that down from head to toe, A to Z. And yeah, that's all I've been playing. Pringle, what do you got?
I've been playing
Car Search Simulator.
Yeah, oh, man, dude, I think I've been spending hours upon hours cars trying to find a deal. So bad, but yeah, Car Search Simulator. Game sucks ass, man.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Terrible.
This is worse than them. This is the worse than the real life MMO, man.
Pay to win.
Yeah, man, it is pay to win, man. I've been playing. I've actually been playing Pokemon, man. I've been enjoying Pokemon Platinum. It's been pretty fun. It's like the older Pokemon games before they went like 3D. So I've been actually really enjoying it. It's actually kind of like it's got a little bit of challenge to it. Usually Pokemon games you could bust them wide open,
Right.
but it's got a little bit of challenge in it. It's kind of enjoyable. I'm usually kind of destroying these games. Which one?
What is it on? A Switch?
3DS. No,
3DS.
not Switch. Yeah, Switch. They remade it, and then the remake was horrible. They did like Brilliant Diamond and I don't know if you heard that one, Shiny Pearl or something like that, and it was a bad remake. And they did that like last year. It came out last year.
Gotcha.
Game Freak, man, the way they do them now, a lot of people don't understand, but they are they are pounding that cow, man. They are pushing Pokemon games so fast that I feel like they can't even keep up. Last year they had Legend Arceus, and then this year they're just dropping another Pokemon. Dude, they are not giving. They're like worse than Mario Party right now, man. Damn. Camelot drop a new Mario Party like every year, man. And then I'm playing. I'm still kind of playing Trails, but it's kind of like in the back burner because I keep stopping and then I come and back and I come back and go with that game so often. But I'll get there sooner or later. And I've been playing a lot of just Rivals, man. Bro, I am washing fools with Rivals. Dude, I am getting good. Like I am getting good. Like I wish I could show you out more footage, but I don't really like record it on it. But I'm actually really good. Yeah, I'm getting good, man. I'm like, man, I feel like I really have to start like competing or doing something because I'm washing fools, man. But outside of that, so here's a funny thing. I tried playing Skullgirls. I don't think I could do it, man. That game, I try it every time. I come back, I play it for like a week, and then I'm just like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this. I'm gonna drop it. So I'm not.
Speaking of Skullgirls, November 7th was supposed to be the trial for Mike Z against those.
Oh, really?
Future Club, yeah. So I'm keeping an eye out on that to see what happened to the trial, if it got postponed or if it got moved, because I didn't see any new details on that. But free Mike Z.
Right. I'm just not feeling like the new characters. I don't like dealing with them, man, and it makes me like I don't know what it is, but I just don't like games balanced as much as I used to before. Too much different changes that made me not enjoy it as much. And then like I tried looking into like other fighting games, and man, I played Rev 2 a couple weeks ago. I played that, and I was like, nah. Really? I remember why I don't like Rev 2 that much, honestly. So I don't know, man. I'm not really feeling fighting games like at all.
I haven't played any this month. I don't think I've been.
Yeah, I'm not
playing River City Girls, and that's it.
That's it, right? Yeah. Rivals is fun because like I have a character I really, really like. If I didn't have Forrest Byrne, I probably wouldn't be playing that. But like outside of that, I really just not really interested in anything. I think I've seen a little bit of Street Fighter 6 footage, and I was just like, it's just another Street Fighter. Tekken is probably the only. Once the new Tekken drops, I cannot wait. Tekken is like, that'll be really fun when that drops. But outside of that, I don't have any.
Yeah, it ebbs and flows. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think the ebb and flow is gone. I think I'm legit done.
Damn, it crashed.
I tried Melty for a little bit, and then I was like, don't. But Rivals, though, is really fun. Always having a good time, and I'm like 400, 300 hours in the game, so usually that wears off after a while. But man, it's having bad fun, man. I'd say I'd have more fun with Skullgirls, but like I started mentioning about not liking the game as soon as stuff with the Mike Z stuff happened. It felt like it wasn't what it was used to be. So. Oh yeah, man. He's got a command grab, man. And he's a zoner. It's always nice.
Suppressive. So much damage, you said it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Game. That game doesn't really have zoners too, so
what else you been playing? Congratulations.
I need to try that game. Mm-hmm.
High praise. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely on my wish list. It's been on there for a while. I just, you know how it is. The backlog is so long, and then
Keeps growing and growing, man. JJ's been praising that game.
Yeah, JJ.
He's mentioned it, and I bought the game physically, so I have it.
Yeah.
So,
but he's also a Miami Dolphins fan, so you got to be careful.
I was like, Dolphins, wrong.
Hey, very nice. Yeah, eventually for sure. I'm looking to get into it. And meanwhile, I'm over here putting waifus in corners to make sure they don't kill my captain. But yeah, I'll get to Eastward eventually. It does look pretty neat, and I love story driven games. You know me, so I'll get to it eventually. Fellas, how about we take a short break here because we got I believe
I just want to say before I did finish Omori, which I don't want to just say that. There is one thing I will point out, man. I think buying the game, especially for you, Mac, it would be nice to buy the game physically because the game comes with it's a bunch of pictures that Basil took in the actual game.
Yeah.
Get like a couple of pictures and stuff like that. So I thought that physical wise, it came with a little book, which is a pretty cool little purchase.
Actually, before we get the break, this is not about video games or anything, but behind me, so I bought One Punch Man Volume 23. And I gotta say, I think One Punch Man is for me, it's starting to get to like GOAT status. Like this shit is so good. Like it's such a silly manga, but I just think the character development in that thing. There's a character, everybody knows Tatsumaki, right? Like the little short girl. I really didn't like her. I thought she was really annoying. But it's kind of crazy to me how I didn't like her through 20 something volumes, and she's actually starting to grow on me now. She's actually okay, she's better. It's so cool how the author is doing those is using character development. He's not rushing it too. So I know Pringle, you're a big fan of One, and
I love
you like the webcomic.
Yeah. One his stuff is so fun, man. He has so much fun when he draws. I prefer his web comics because he gets better at drawing too, which is great, man.
Yeah. They always got such obscure titles. These Korean webtoons. It's always like,
Yeah, so
uh,
One Punch Man is simple.
I know OPM. All right. He's gonna tell us the whole story.
Yeah, he is, man.
20 words or less broken. All right. Yeah, some of those webtoons are really good. Like one of my favorites is Solo Leveling. Sucks
heard
too
of that
because
one.
that guy just died. I think like he passed on.
The guy that wrote it?
Yeah, the author. I think he passed
Damn,
away.
man. Motherfucker authors just dying left and right, man.
Bruh, can't keep him
Jeez.
alive. But he
You
finished.
know,
He
man.
finished Solo Leveling, and he was
At
like,
least,
"All right."
oh, hey, he at least did that. My man said, as soon as he wrote that, drew that last piece of hair, that last cowlick.
Brutal. That was fucked up. All right. On that note, how about we take a short break because we got a bunch of questions to get to, and then we'll be back and read everybody's mail. We'll be right back.
I just found out that I was stream muted. So everyone heard everybody.
Pro streamer.
Pro streamer forgot to set the mic again. So
Oh, man.
everyone was
Oh.
hearing you guys, but not me.
That's funny. Pringle, I think your noise gate is a little bit up because it does cut out a little bit of your sentences
Oh,
at
okay.
the end.
All right, I got you.
All right, I'm gonna.
That's
go,
what I was thinking too. Yeah, let me.
I'm gonna go and get some more ice in a cup and make some water.
Ice
that
cup
better?
water. I mean, I guess I won't know until you. It's usually so. I think what happened is when you did the keyboard thing,
Mhm.
when you started like talking at the end of your sentences, maybe
It would cut off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. How about now though? Do you think it's?
You're fine now, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Oh man, broken bless his heart.
yeah. Dude, went to the bathroom or went to get water or something.
You went to get water, but his storytelling is like he will tell you the whole synopsis on what's happening.
And in the beginning, it was a quirk. Now it's his power.
Oh man, he cannot be stopped. He is too powerful. He's too powerful. Oh man, you'll have to listen to the podcast to get what we were laughing about just now.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh man. Oh yes.
So
There you go. Some ice water.
not flavored. I know.
Yeah.
It's the big joke of Broken drinks only flavored water. This is not.
Hey, however way you can get water in, man. That's what I
It's
believe.
true. Yeah. I'm using my job gave me this. I haven't used it in a long time, but they gave me this, so it's like, hey, that's pretty good. Put water in it. Speaking
Probably keeps it cold.
speaking of my job, so I got 10 days of actual work left along the holidays too. So after that, I'm leaving them, and then I'm starting this little part-time job for the winter because I don't really want to work. It's like really cold out here. Like I don't feel like I got enough money saved up. I was like, man, I don't want to work 40 hours in the cold like that. Like it's brutal, and it's hard on your body too, like the type of work that I do. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna get a little part-time job, be inside, chill.
Get one of man. Since you like physical jobs, there's not really a good middle ground between being outside or being in some bum ass warehouse.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I'm not. Plus, I mean, me and my job have been kind of growing apart for a while, so it's time.
I need to get out of the service industry work. I hate it. I hate the
Dude.
fact that like I work when everyone else is off work and everyone is having a good time.
Yeah. That's the part of being in that type of field, man.
I also hate how as soon as I get off work, nothing is open. Just driving through endless dark.
What's your shift? Like what hours?
From any day that is not Friday or Saturday, it is from 3 to midnight.
Midday. Ugh.
3 to midnight.
That's rough.
So I close every day. But Friday and Saturday is from 5 to 2.
3 to midnight. That's a long day.
Yeah, man, that's like 9 hours basically. That's pretty long, man.
Yep. And I work a lot. So
Nah,
Yeah.
sounds like a bad job. And I'm over here like they're like this little part-time gig that I got is kind of weird. Cause
You getting
like,
yelled at by boomers?
yeah, man, dude, the first day I worked, I got cursed at. This dude just said, "Fudge off." I was like, "Damn!" And then this
Right.
other dude, he's just like, "Ah!"
Hilarious.
I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now." And all I do is just read off surveys. Like I read a survey off to a person to answer, and I just write down the answer. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not for everybody.
I'll take
If
that
you
job.
don't have thick skin, I don't know, man. I think like after a while, people can be pretty like it could start kind of hurting them because you could be halfway through a survey and then someone's like, "I don't want to do this no more," and then they just hang up and you're like, "Damn, bro, that actually hurts me right now." So, but I don't care. Paid is
Okay.
paid, man.
Hey, yeah, money's money, right?
Money's money. The only problem though is that they like right now, like I'm barely getting any work. I try to work on the weekends and then like somewhere in the week, but I'm like getting nothing, man. Like last week I only got like 4 hours. I was like,
sucks.
4 hours, man. That's nothing. So I don't know. Right now, I don't even know, man. Like right now, it's just something to get a little bit of extra cash, but it's not very helpful. Maybe I know they said that it's kind of slow right now, but I need hours, man. I need work. I'm trying to get screamed at for 8 hours at least. God damn, man. It's
Oh,
15
man.
an hour. That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, 4 hours a day is not enough to get a car like that.
It's not really anything. I mean, I could get that bit based off just my disability alone, but
Oh yeah.
the other money is just to help. But yeah, that's not really helpful at all, man. Jeez.
Mm.
I'd like to get a government job or a normal job because like
A government job is always, I think a government job is much better because you get salary. And then like, only thing is that, you know, if you work longer, your ass might end up not getting paid for that. But I mean, at least it's consistent,
well that
you know.
it's that and also I want to be awake at like 6 in the morning, work
Mhm.
until like 5 in the afternoon, get off, everyone else is off work, go to the grocery store like everybody else does at 5. You know, I want to.
You basically just want a normal ass job.
I just want a normal
Like,
life.
a normal full-time job that you just need to get. There's plenty of them. It's just, it depends on what you're looking for.
I mean, at this
Plenty,
point,
a lot of boring ass office jobs y'all can take.
at this point, I might just go and be like, "Hey, do you guys need any work in the MWR? I'll fuck it and do it. Fuck it. If I have to go travel to Killeen, I'll just move to Killeen."
Bruh.
I thought you were going to school though.
I am going to school. The thing is that the reason why I work in the service industry is because one of the few jobs where it's like, you get in, you work all these hours, and then as soon as they like you, you're like, "Hey, I got to go to school, deuces," and then you only come in for like 2 days a week, and then like they're still okay with that. 'Cause,
Why
like,
don't you just set the precedent with any other job that you can start with? Just be like, hey, I'm doing this, but I'm going to start school.
Yeah,
That's
if
what
you
I
let
do.
them know ahead of time, then it's not a surprise. Because I have to let them know. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I might not work a lot.
You're right,
So,
and I've had jobs like that, but like I had a job where all I was gonna do was just type shit out for like as a secretary, and I was like, oh, this is great. I have secretarial stuff on my actual resume that I used to be a secretary, and it's an easy job, and it was like in the morning up until like a certain times in the afternoon, and then that was it.
yeah.
And then as soon as I said, "Oh hey, I'm going to school," they're like, "Oh yeah, we can't hire you. We need full time."
Bruh, damn, that's horrible, man. Yeah, that's and usually those jobs are like, of course you can go to school. There's another motherfucker that can do it, man. What's the problem? Like,
Another one I did was I used to work as a call manager,
yeah,
and then I was like, "Oh hey, I got to go to school, so I can't work these days. I have to. I'm a full time student." They're like, "Oh okay, cool, bye."
bro. I'm not gonna lie, but the Marine Corps respects that more. They were like, "Yo, man, I got school, so I'll be out." All right, man, have fun going to school, and they let you go to school. You're still getting paid, right?
So yeah, this whatever.
Rip.
Jobs are trash, man.
They really are. They
Everything
really are.
sucks, man.
We do butt
like,
shakes, right?
like Nas said, life's an itch and then you die. So we just get high because you never know when you're gonna go.
Damn.
Good stuff. All right, I think it's time to go into the listeners' mailbag.
I think it is time. All right, gentlemen. The people have answered our call for questions. We got a mailbag. I think we got a dozen questions here. Not a baker's dozen. I think it's actually just a dozen. The first one comes from Jam on Discord. And so there's a bunch of people here that I allowed. I guess I didn't put any rules to this. So I was like, but I allow people to just ask multiple questions. So we got a bunch of people asking multiple questions. The first one comes from Jam on Discord. Where does constructive criticism end? And I fundamentally disagree with the game design begin.
That's a good question.
It is. It's pretty loaded. The reason why I like this question is because we just talked about this last podcast. Is I brought up the game Titan Souls, where I was like, this is trash. Like this is me having to walk to the bosses. Like it's not constructive criticism. Like I legitimately don't like the game design. Like I think the game design is cheeks. Like me having to walk.
Yeah, it's cheeks, man, booty.
So I was like, man, that was really annoying. Constructive criticism, I mean, could be like, Pringle, you and Strive, like you talking about how Strive, it does a lot of things that you don't enjoy with your fighting games. I don't know, where would you toe that line? Do you believe that you're like critical of Strive, or do you just don't like the game design?
I mean, I don't like the game design at all, but I would say constructively speaking, like there are definitely a lot of things that even if I took my personal take on it is an actual problem, like the UI being kind of odd and the especially how it was in the beginning where you couldn't even see the risk gauge, the numbers just blasting at your ass.
Counter.
Yeah, a lot of weird slowdown effects, which I know it may help players, but I don't necessarily feel like people truly need too much of that, because like if you think about Rev 2's counter, it was more than enough. But and then there's stuff that I really disagree with just overall the game is just like sticky. Like I don't like the stickiness of the game, so I guess it's like you really have to toe the line. I don't know, man. Like there's definitely always like a part where you're gonna be like, this is my criticism, and then there's the stuff that I don't like about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much it matters too, though. At the end of the day, because if you have so much constructive criticism, you might end up not even liking the thing, or you might not. Because I can have a lot of criticism of the game too, but I can at least have fun with it. But yeah. I didn't have fun. I had fun with the beta, but all I did was wild throw people. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was, and you got like 50% damage. That's bad design, fam. Like you can't tell me who thought that was cool. Like I don't care if it's a beta. People always be like, well, it's a beta. Man, this game got like 2 months. What the hell? How much they gonna change in that time span, boy?
High damage is great. High damage is great for people that don't know how to play fighting games.
Yup. It is true, man. I don't know what it is, but something I learned because like if you think about it, I guess in that same context, I guess another game. If you flip Strive, another game, which would be like his cousin is Blaze Blue. See how long those long ass combos be, and then it's like, oh, I got 3K damage. All of these buttons, I pressed like 30 buttons in a sequence.
3K damage.
So,
I think the highest you can go is 5K. That's the highest you can go is 5K, and then you got like 10K health.
And it's like that's like on a counter and very specific.
Routing,
you don't just get that off B&Bs and stuff like that. But like in Guilty Gear has always been about shorter combos.
Yeah, so. It's why Persona is the Arxis GOAT. I'm just saying,
man.
Dude, people run in that game. A little quick tangent. I play that game online every now and again, and people run. Like people just don't play. Like I'll play one, and then usually I win the first matchup because just out of experience or whatever, they don't know the matchup against Sho, and then they just leave. I'm like, come on, man. It's not like you don't know that I'm better than you. Like you just gave up. Like what if you beat me 2 in a row? You won't know. You won't find out now. So
I feel like people aren't even playing that game too right now, which is a bummer.
We're waiting on P5A, baby. P5A, let's go.
Thanks.
You know what? You say that, and then you're gonna
Joker.
P5A.
What's Joker's persona gonna be? It's gonna
probably
be what's
Arsene.
that the one?
It's probably gonna be Arsene.
Arsene. Oh yeah.
Look,
They're just gonna take his smash.
You say that, but you know what? As soon as P5A comes down, you're gonna be the first person to be like, you know what? This game's great.
No, not with new Arxis.
Mac won't even buy it, man. At full price.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll try it, but I don't know. I mean, I'll do the DNF dual treatment where I'll try it and be like, okay, how is this? And then if I like it, cool. If I don't, refund. Broken, you mentioned a game last podcast that I actually do toe the line as far as like, so if Titan Souls is the one where like I don't like this game design, I think it's cheeks. This game, I don't think the game design is cheeks. I just have constructive criticism about it. That was Firewatch. When we're talking about the game you try to spoil, when I was talking about Firewatch, I like the game design. It's a walking sim, and it does all the things that a walking sim should do as far as the gameplay and the storytelling. But I have constructive criticism about it because I thought it just kind of misses on a lot of important elements that could have made it great.
Fair enough.
All right. Jam's second question. Why are people so averse to trying games outside of their stagnation comfort zone? Jam's such a boomer. And by averse, I mean instant disgust, won't touch with a 10-foot pole. I don't know. That's kind of painting in a wide brush.
He's talking about why we didn't play that game. He wanted everybody to play when everybody was saying it was cheeks. What's that game called, man?
Babylon's Fall.
Dude, everybody was saying the game. And I looked at a lot of reviews, and I think one of the things that, like, ultimately, this is true constructive criticism from what I'm understanding with the game, is that you cannot play the game fully by yourself. It has, like, inherent problems that makes it really hard. But it reminds me of a game that I got pissed off. It was so fun when I played it because I was streaming. It was Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. I may have mentioned it at one point. The game was really fun. The problem, though, is that you can't really play it by yourself. Like, you can, but it's booty butt cheeks. Like, for instance, you're supposed to do a dungeon with like 4 other links or 3 other links, 4 other links or some crap. Imagine if it's just you and then the other 3 links are statues and you have to run up to the statue, take control of the statue and turn it and like move it. It turned into basically you're moving 3 other party members. It's like, what is this? And the game is super bad. That's why it's super dirt ass cheap whenever you find it anywhere, because nobody want to play it because nobody's playing it online. So I think that's one of the actual issues I saw with that specific game. But I mean, I'm always open to playing a new game, man. But some games, man, like when you hear about it and you hear a lot of the problems, I don't think you got to play it to know it. I'm not going to touch that game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a game called, you probably don't know, Chocobo. I used to say Chocobo back as a kid, but Chocobo Racing. It's a new,
GX.
GX game. Problem with that game, it has actual microtransactions in the game. I'm not touching that, man. You know what I'm saying? Not with a 10-foot pole, not with a 12-foot pole.
Damn, he extended that shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what?
Oh, man.
Speaking of chocobos, I was watching a stream of my friend Nagayan. It's quick,
man.
I promise you. I promise you
I
it's
hope it's
quick.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he hasn't touched Final Fantasy 14. He was playing Final Fantasy 9. And I was like, "Oh, you should play we were all talking about Final Fantasy 14 in his chat. He hasn't played it, so he's like, "Okay, whatever." And then I was like, I'm waiting for them to put this song in the game, which is Crazy Chocobo. He's like, "What the hell is Crazy Chocobo?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't know what Crazy Chocobo is? All right, you need to play it." And like the whole chat, he started playing, and the whole chat's like, "What the hell is this song?" It's basically a metal song when you get on your Chocobo that was in 13.2. So like every time you hop on the Chocobo to like go from point A to point B, it played this like metal theme, and everyone's like, "What the hell is this?" It was the funniest thing ever.
I never played 13. I played 13, but I didn't play 13. Oh, I did play 13 too, but I didn't get past like an hour in there. I got kind of burned out.
I highly suggest, if you've never played it, at least listen to Crazy Chocobo. You'll laugh. The lyrics are fantastic. For me, for that game where it's like, getting out of my comfort zone?
You say, why are people averse? Which I don't know if people are averse. I think he's just,
I don't know, man. I think people are willing to try things. It's just it really depends. Like if you hear a lot of bad things about something, you don't want to mess with it, man. It don't matter what it is. Like if it's, I guess in my context, if I hear a lot of bad things about what's them cars that keep breaking down,
Miatas?
No. Every German car made, I don't want to buy a German car.
So you're talking about Volvos. But,
oh man, or the Beatles, man, back in the day. There's a reason why you don't see them anymore.
I thought they just because nobody likes them anymore.
No, they're bad, man.
Oh.
They're bad. Why?
yeah.
I think
if you're on the fence, and you hear bad things about something, that it's probably more, it'll sway you more so. But if you're really interested in something, for example, Cyberpunk 2077, when that came out, I knew that people were talking about how there's a bunch of issues with it, and it's got this, it's got that, and I was like, all right, let me find out. And I played that game, and then I was like, you know what? They might be right, because I played it and I didn't enjoy it. So I was like, after 3 hours, I was like, nah, peace, like I'm done. But I didn't like look at Reddit and been like, oh yeah, it must be trash. All right, to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'd probably give Cyberpunk another chance. They fixed the game a lot.
Now, yeah, probably now.
They fixed the game a lot, and also the anime kind of brought everyone into the.
The anime is 10 times better than the game, from what I heard.
It is.
Man.
It is a good anime.
2020 version of Cyberpunk wasn't good.
Yeah, 2020 is not good, but we're 2022. So.
It's funny too because on that same note, man, my friend said he played it and he loved that game despite all of the mess it was.
Talk about Digit?
Nah.
Oh,
I don't know if he played it, but if he did, that's funny too.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he grinded that game. Played the shit out of it.
There's dude, you just reminded me of actually I'll let it go though, but I just remembered another game, but I'll let it go.
What do you got, Broken?
I was going to talk about the next question, which is this is from Foe, KO, on Discord. Is there a game that you had initially written off due to a design issue with its mechanics or other non-technical issue that after a patch or two, you came back to and ended up enjoying? If we're talking fighting games, I'm excluding netcode. The kind of thing I'm referring to is more like the lack of a defensive option or something to that effect.
I knew you were going to say man there.
Man, come on, man. You can't do that to me, man. He did that because of me. He said because of me.
Yeah, so netcode, excluding netcode, have you ever had a game where they made a change or a patch or whatever? I think No Man's Sky is probably a good example of that, right?
Dude, they made that game a lot better than what it was before, too.
Yeah. You got a game, Broken?
I'm trying to remember. Because I was going to say FF14, but then that's cheap. Because everyone...
Oh, yeah, because the launch version was terrible, right?
Yeah, the launch version sucked ass. But, like, now it's a good game. I play it consistently. but that's cheap. So I need to like think of an actual game.
I got one if you want to think.
Go ahead.
I hated Under Night and Birth EL. Uniel sucked. I hated that shit. And it's not because look, everything's the same. Akatsuki's in the game, and
Is that the second patch?
That's the second
Yeah.
patch.
Yeah. That's the I heard. I remember you telling me about that. You were like, "Oh, this patch is trash, man." Ugh.
I hated it. I didn't like it at all. I was like, this is whack, dude. Like the game is not fun just playing it because I was and I'm still playing just one character. I'm playing the same character in Akatsuki, and I was like, I was just like, ugh. Like I'm playing against Yuzus and Grim Reapers, and I was like, this sucks. Like I feel like I got no real options to play. And this is after they took out the infinites and everything. Like this was supposed to be the stabilizing version of Under Night. And I was like still just not impressed with the game. I liked Melty more at that time. But then they came out with ST. When they came out with Eunice,
ST was better.
that was, oh my god, I was like, the Eunice to Uniel, I just felt like they're completely different games despite being the same game. I was like, this is so sick. Like Eunice was fucking awesome. And then they did CLR, and CLR I think is a little closer to EL than it is ST. But like it's still good. But I just remember not enjoying EL at all. But when ST came out, and I was like, wow, this is actually feels much better. I feel like I can actually compete. And I just felt that the overall general system changes that they made, especially with the grid system, I was like, this is much better. Like it just feels like if I don't with EL, the way I felt is that if Grim Reaper got the first hit in mid screen, I'm done.
Bro, that was it. I remember that though. Grim Reaper did jack people up, man.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, but
Grim
now
Reaper and this motherfucker can freaking reverse beat so he can make it safe.
yeah, it's
Cheap
yes.
out.
But now with they made a little alteration to the grid system with how much meter you were getting per like each momentum shot or whatever with ST, and I was like, you know what, you can actually fight for the middle, and whoever actually plays the neutral well or blocks correctly gets to win the grid. And I was like, I'm not just fucking Grim Reaper doing scythe.
Cheap as hell, dog.
Yeah.
Brings you in and pulls you out.
They
Oh,
nerfed
dude.
the hell out of him too.
Yeah.
You know what? I got it, but like I still don't feel good about the game. It's not that like I hate the game, but like I don't play it as often as I used to. But I think that Street Fighter V went from I fucking despise this game to, you know what? The game's nice, and I'll admit it.
It definitely got better with age.
I think that, and no, they didn't fix the netcode. They did not.
I'm saying
fix
the
netcode.
gameplay got
Yeah,
better.
it got better, yeah.
But like the gameplay did get better. Like
2018 I thought was a turning point. When they came out with Arcade Edition for Street Fighter V, I thought that was the turning point, and then it got better. Championship Edition is kind of whatever, but I thought post Arcade Edition in 2018, if you compare that to the 2016 version of Street Fighter V, oh my god, they're night and day.
also, I love the fact that the same problems that were hitting Street Fighter V is hitting Street Fighter 6, which is people are still playing the game before the game came out, and now people are complaining about, oh, if you had the beta and you're still playing it now, you're not going to be playing Street Fighter V. You're going to just play Street Fighter 6, and you're going to just be gods by the time the game comes out. And I'm like, okay.
You know how they circumvent that? They're gonna put a motherfucking rootkit in Street Fighter 6.
Right. Let them know.
Let them get it again.
Oh man, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think I would say the opposite for me almost in a way. Like I remember when I was playing Street Fighter, I was really upset at the beginning, but I played more and more and I started enjoying it. And then season 2 came and they made everything worse. And then I think the same kind of thing happened with Tekken, where it was really fun. And then they started making some of those patches and they added geese and all this, and I stopped liking it. So I think the opposite is more so for me. I can't think of a game that, because usually it's like, for me, it's like if I don't enjoy the base skeleton, I'm not probably gonna enjoy it at all. Even if you tell me it's better, I'm probably not gonna come back to it. I'm like, I could play something else that I know is better. So I usually just don't come back to anything, even when I hear it's been made better. It's just probably not gonna.
You've had back and forth though.
Which one?
I remember you had back and forth with Rivals where you liked it, and then they brought DLC characters, and they were
Oh
really
yeah,
tough.
but I was still playing it despite I hated it. I hated that period of time. But I still played it, and I smoked their asses. But I still played it because that was like, I like the game a lot. The DLC characters really did ruin it though. Like, oh my god, that was like a month of just garbage. I don't know. Like, I really don't like that they knew that what they were doing, and that's what they always do with DLC characters. They make them really strong so that people can play them out the gate and start winning more, and brings new people in. I hate that model, man, because it really ruins the people that care about the game. These motherfuckers gonna come in, smoke your ass, and leave forever. They're not coming, man.
Well,
it's a bad relationship.
Well, you say that, but Strive has proven that that's not the truth. Because
I mean, I don't know. Those weirdos came for another reason, and it's not. It's that weird child character. I don't know. They came for. They stuck around for the weird reasons, man.
I was gonna say Bridget is C tier right now, as a lot of people know. So.
I haven't even seen gameplay of that character. I don't even know what that character does outside of the yo-yo thing. So
that's it.
I can't even watch Strive.
Yo-yo and also.
I don't really see clips of Strive on Twitter or anything anymore.
Nah, I don't see anybody. Even though it's super popular, I don't really see anything either.
I guess you're not following the right. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably blocked the game.
Probably not following nobody. That too.
Because I constantly see people like showing off new cool tech that they found in there, or oh hey, this is me beating this dude up, or this and that. Like, oh hey, I found some random weird thing that you can do in Strive.
Yeah, I also don't use Twitter at all, so I probably wouldn't see anything. Well, but I'm not even seeing that on my feed, honestly. Like, I'll see it because I'm like sub to like VGBC because I sometimes catch like Smash, but outside of that, I don't really watch anything. I'm watching Smash. Yo, you know what's funny about Smash, man? They got Kazuya. This motherfucking one touches people, man. It's great. He literally touches people and he kills. And I'm like, man, I would not like playing that game competitively. I'd be so pissed off all the time if I had to fight a dude that knew how to play his ass. Man.
Wasn't Steve like a menace for like a hot minute?
He still is. Like, they literally, like, they basically gave the game one last patch a couple months ago, and that game is so booty butt cheeks to be playing. I'm like, man, you motherfuckers need to just play Rivals or something, man. That game better. Play a real man game.
Everyone go pick up Nickelodeon All-Stars Battle.
Oh yeah,
dude, nobody even plays that game. That game is dead as hell, man.
Well, nobody plays it because like all the updates that made it good happened way too late.
Yeah. They still don't have voice acting, right? Like,
no, they have voice acting.
Oh, but for every character, and it's actually like worthwhile now.
Yep.
See, they had to have dropped that from the gate. They messed up, man. They lost everybody. I was not gonna be one of the questions that Fall is asking right now. Nope, not in this case. I didn't even touch Nickelodeon to begin with.
They initially offered Helena Taylor to voice whoever, but she wanted too much money.
Yeah. Nah. It's like, we just need you to voice like 2 lines for $4,000.
Right. I want royalties.
That's not enough. Yeah, man.
I want residuals.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Fo has one more question.
Have you ever sought out and actively participated in a community for a game that was not a fighter or an MMO? Bring, I'm going to give you this one first, because I feel like you might actually have the answer to this one.
No, I've never. Have I? Have you ever sought out and actively participated in a community for a game that was not a fighter? I mean, I kind of talk in some Reddits with certain games like that I like Etrian Odyssey and stuff. I like talking in there, but I'm not too active. I wouldn't say I'm active. I've not, even in MMOs nowadays, man, they're kind of making them all solo play. So it's like really weird how like they want people to be antisocial now. like what are you doing talking to somebody? You don't need that. You can run this by yourself. A 5-man guild by myself, a 5-man PQ? Hell yeah, man, do it yourself. So I don't.
Everybody's using mules.
Yeah, man, or NPCs. Not really, man. I don't think not even, man. Like, even in fighting games, I don't even talk to no. That's what I like about Rivals. I don't got to talk to nobody. I could just click the matchmaking thing, and then I just kind of, it auto-populates somebody. Like, I don't know. This dude's basically a computer when you think about it. He just acts like a human. I don't know who the hell this person is. He's got a name or something.
Fair enough. All right, Mac.
It's kind of hollow when you think about it, though. Sheesh.
Yeah. I would say sought out. No, actively participated. Yeah, for like a second. Not. No, I didn't stay.
He's gonna say
My
the Amori chord.
no, no, but I my old roommate and a couple of friends. They're really big into D&D, and I've never played D&D before. I still don't really understand how to play D&D, but like they were into it.
Set up a game.
D&D is
Yeah.
such an easy to play game. It is literally, you have a character, right? That's what your
Right.
character can do, and then you just say, "Hey, I want to do this," and then you roll. And if it's number high, you can do whatever the hell you want. If number low, you can't do it. That's it. That's the whole entire game. That's why
Yeah.
people love it. It's because you have a base right here, which is your character sheet. You roll die to do X thing, and then you're like, "Oh, hey, you can do it. Cool." And it's just endless possibilities.
Yeah, that's the premise. So my buddy was the dungeon master, and I mean, he made me like a character. Well, he asked me, he's like, "What do you want it to be? What are your powers?" I don't know. I had like a piece of paper or whatever, and I remember we just sat at a table, and like Broken was saying, you roll die, and then he says, "All right, you encounter a bunch of wolves. Do you fight them or do you run away or whatever?" And I'll be like, pull out the sword, motherfucker. No. So I rolled the die. And then I remember there were a lot of points where like the DM would ask and be like, "Hey, do you want to go with these guys or do you want to go solo?" And I'd be like, "Let me go solo. Why not? Let me go in the forest." And I remember
Man,
dying.
even in the game, you didn't want to participate in the community. God damn, man.
I mean, I figured I was like, let me see what's over here, because they were gonna go do some nerd shit. So I was like, let me go here. So I was like, and then I ended up going in the forest, and I remember I rolled like whatever a 4, and then I died, and I just had to wait for them. I had to like watch them play, and until I get revived or whatever. But that was kind of fun, like just being on the table and just kind of like rolling die. And then,
Yeah, it's like playing like board games and stuff
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a way, except smarter and stuff. But it's really fun. I think playing with real friends is really fun. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that do that out here. There's a guy like right quick. There's a dude that's been playing a D&D game and he hasn't stopped it for like 27 years. Homeboy, I don't think he got his wife no more. He got his
Damn.
daughter, and he got his daughter in the D&D, but I don't think he let his wife left his ass. Problem, man.
Yeesh.
For me, I am actively in like the shooting competitive scene. So I like playing Overwatch every now and then, but I like playing Overwatch now with friends. Like if I play competitively Overwatch by myself, I'm just like, I hate this game. And I guess the same can be said with League of Legends. Like League of Legends is also one of those games where it's like,
That's not really a game.
they're games. And there's a
everybody
community.
that play that game hates it.
You know what? The same could be said for fighting games. When's the last time anyone said this fighting game's the greatest game known to man without like immediately trashing it 3 minutes later?
That's true.
I don't know, man. I don't curse. I don't curse at my teammates though when I lose, man. That's I see them league players. I remember my friend would talk about playing it, and they would all just curse at him, man. Even when they win, I get happy when I win in fighting games.
True.
They do be toxic over there on the LOL
True.
chat.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, so Manny on YouTube asks, what are your thoughts on how games in the last few years have been trending into the whole games as a service as opposed to the traditional model of buying and owning physical or digital copies? I personally really like it because I found that I've tried a lot more games that I wouldn't have otherwise if it wasn't for the Xbox Game Pass. I will say this. This is a very controversial take. I like the aspect of games as a service. I don't like a lot of games as a service, but I like the aspect of it. And the reason why is because I'm a huge fighting game fan, and I don't like to spend like $60 every time they have to patch the game.
I think games as a service, he means like how you pay $15 a month and then they constantly rotate the library. Though.
Subscription-based
Yeah.
service
Well,
type of thing.
no. So, what a live service game is? It's like, have you ever heard of Destiny?
Yes.
Well,
don't pay.
Well, but wait.
So
wait,
Destiny is a
Xbox-
live service game, but you don't pay a subscription to play it.
But he brought up
But
Xbox
Xbox
Game Pass.
Game Pass, yeah, man.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what the
but-
example he's using, I assume.
I think because games as a service is basically games where like Overwatch is a games as a service, Destiny is a games as a service, Call of Duty is a game as a service, where it's like the game has a projected roadmap where they will change the game. It's not the game's not finished the moment it comes out.
I get that, but I think the specific questions means subscript service for games.
Yeah, I think he just didn't say subscription service. I think that's what he's kind of going at. It's the Manny, I know, but it'd be funny if he is. But yeah, no, I think because like in that case though, because like the subscription services, which are like the PS Plus, Xbox Game Pass,
like
Nintendo,
EA Play, right?
Switch Live, yeah. I think those are pretty good, man. I think, especially, what's so great about some of those things is that it lets you play a lot of games you would, of course, never tried out, but as well as like games that like don't have like they're not being put out physically anymore. So then you are able to play a lot of games that are already past their time. Like Switch, sadly, Switch is really bad, but the prior one, the Wii U eShop was great. And then the Nintendo Wii was super great. I mean, they had Genesis on there. I think they even had like Sega Master System or something like that. So I think those services, but it's not like a monthly. Those are you buy it individually. But I think the Game Pass, I think is really cool because I've heard JJ mention that he's loved the fact that Game Pass lets him play all of these games. I think those services are really cool, and I think it was better as an add-on feature as to the traditional model is here and it's not going to leave. But then there's also the Game Pass option, which is, I think, should be better. I think the Xbox One too is the best so far, from what it seems like, compared to like PlayStation,
for sure,
especially Nintendo.
But I don't think you own, like, you pay $15 a month, but I don't think you own any of those games, right?
Yeah, I would say that's the problem. Because like, so for instance, I downloaded Mega Man 9 and 10 for the PlayStation, and it was under PS Plus. And because I downloaded it through PS Plus, I don't have those games. So if I don't have my PS Plus service, I can't play Mega Man 9 and 10, which is whack.
I will say this, though. I think that PlayStation Plus is unironically better than Xbox because Xbox Game Pass, when it's no longer on the Game Pass, you can't play it anymore. But if it's no longer on PlayStation Plus, you can still play it because you downloaded and added it to your library. You just need to have PlayStation Plus to play it.
So that's a different thing, though, because Xbox also has games with gold. You're talking about PlayStation Plus, they're free games. So when they give out their free games, you download them, you own them after you download them. Xbox games with gold is the same thing. When you download those games, you'll own them forever. But Xbox Game Pass is a constantly rotating library. So you can play whatever, Oxenfree, and then when Oxenfree goes off the library, then you'll have to wait for it to come back, and then you can play it. But
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but it's just, I guess they're making room for But then I don't really play stuff like that because I'm on PC. I'm on a very specific gamer, so like I'll hunt for my games, and odds are they won't make it to a Game Pass or a service like that anyway. So
okay,
it's cool though. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't really. I mean, I kind of have Nintendo Switch, but that Game Pass, I guess you could say, sucks cheeks. So, but it's there. I mean, I don't ever really use it, but every once in a while I'll play an SNES game for like 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, I don't want to play this no. So, but it's there, and I think I think it's just cool that it lets old games stay alive, especially with how you just can't get some games, and I guess actually PlayStation has the PlayStation Now service. Now that I remember,
that's right.
That's their kind of thing, and I think they had some pretty cool stuff from what I've seen at one point. Like they had like a Dark Cloud 2, which is like a PS2 game that,
who's playing?
It's kind of like you can't really buy it. What happened?
Yeah, who's playing Dark Cloud 2 in the year?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's cool.
Right on. Fighting game question. Broken, how about you? You lead this one off because you're the fighting gamer over here. I'm retired.
Yeah,
fair enough. I guess I'm the only one that still consistently enjoys playing fighting games.
Yes.
Zio on Patreon asks his thoughts on this, and it's a shitty post because it's on light mode instead of dark mode.
Oh man,
man, y'all the light mode believers.
I do not believe in light mode. Dark mode is where it's at.
Somewhere Bleak is writing a paragraph in Discord telling you why light mode is superior to people with. I think he's got like astigmatism. That's why he has light mode. But anyway, continue. So this is at Toast Rider, who is an English VTuber
Yes.
with a skull. What does the skull mean? He's dead?
No,
Yeah.
I guess it's just some stupid. I don't know. I've never watched Toast Rider's VTube career. I just know that. I don't know why,
Piece
but
of toast. If he's a piece of toast, he's dope. If that's the VTuber, it's a piece of toast.
So for the listeners,
I think that is his VTuber profile.
For the listeners, just so people can get an image in their head, the profile picture on the Twitter is just a piece of toast with like those Mr. Potato Head eyes, and they're looking in opposite directions. It's pretty funny. So he's a toast tuber, and he's got a DNF question.
Oh, I see why he has a skeleton. Because his model is literally a skeleton, except the head is replaced with an actual piece of toast.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right.
So you know what? I mean, good for him. Good for him. Anyways, the question is, DNF Duel is a really interesting game to me because it completely calls the bluff on people who say things like the best way to balance the game is to make everyone overpowered. This is the philosophy Aiding took to the game, and I think the community response is pretty telling about what people actually want in terms of balance and character strength in a modern game. These folks could have been playing Fist of the North Star this whole time, but aren't going to show up for that any more than they did DNF. I don't know about that one per se there, Chief. And the reason why I say that is because DNF Duel came out, everyone played it, everyone enjoyed it, and then there was no support for the game.
Was that the problem? Like no support, and that why nobody's playing that game, right?
Well, nobody's playing the game because they haven't announced anything about it. They said they haven't announced any roadmap. They haven't announced any character patch besides, oh hey, we're buffing everybody. They haven't announced any DLC. They haven't announced any new maps. It just kind of was like, hey, here's the game. Bye.
Who's the publisher for that game?
Aiding.
Oh, Nexon. That's right.
Well, Nexon and Aiding. And I think this is not just me. I think I got this from someone else. I think the reason why they made this game was it was a huge ass advertisement to go and actually play DNF. I don't think they care about DNF
DFO
or DFO. Yeah, I don't think they care about DNF Duel. I think they care about DFO. And so what they did was they're like, how do we get more people into DFO? We release DNF Duel. It gets the fighting game community to be like, hey, what's this cool game? Let me go check out the original DFO. Then they get a huge market of people to go into DFO, and then they're like, hey, the game was successful.
Yeah, I mean, how huge is the fighting game market really? I mean, it's not that. Maybe they just took a shot on a spinoff and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, didn't it get like at least like Arc Revo? It was on that thing, right? I mean,
it's on.
It got Revo. Something, right?
It is on Arc Revo, but
I think people just didn't like it, man. That's my take on that one. I think people was like, nah, it's a pass.
I don't know. I just because the thing I've been reading a lot is that the biggest complaint right now is that nobody knows what the hell is going to happen to DNF Duel. It's like a game that came and then just went. And most people think that fighting games nowadays, in order to like succeed, needs to have constant support, which it does. Like, you need to add DLC, you need to add maps, you need to add like balance changes. But if you just release a fighting game and then that's it, and then you move on, well, the game's dead then, because you don't care about the game anymore. And so why should the community care?
True.
I don't know, man. I also think the game, people just don't like it. That's also because I'm going to be honest, man, if Fist of the North Star was a traditional fighting game and had good netcode, I might have been on that instead of DNF Duel.
To be fair, the reason why people play Fist of the North Star now is because, like, it's on Fightcade, and Fightcade has rollback, so...
I'm not touching
so does DNF Duel.
DNF Duel has rollback, but again, it's a modern fighting game that has no support.
Yeah. Also, I think, maybe the IP also has something to do with it. Like, it's very difficult for any fighting game, actually, even regardless of the IP, because even you saw an IP as big as Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball Fighters start to like stagnate after a while.
Mm-hmm.
So think about like DNF Duel is it comes from like what, a Korean MMO property. Like, man, that's a grab. Like, go figure.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, man.
So, in hindsight, we thought that we might get the MMO people to play this game, but they're probably just gonna keep playing the MMO.
I mean, the MMO is probably more than enough. It's basically a beat 'em up. Thinking about that too, I mean, like even in the case of like Strive, I think Strive just was more successful just because of the timeline it was in. We had nothing to play. Everybody was like, "Man, I ain't got nothing to play, man. Why not just play some Strive?" It would have dropped like a year later. It probably would not have seen as much as
right place, right time. A lot of time is all you need.
Well, also, I mean,
why play DNF Duel when I got Strive?
DNF Duel was weird too because remember we heard about it in 2020. We got the announced trailer and it went silent for like 19 months or 20 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, hey, here's trailers. And then, by the way, we're coming out with a beta. And okay, the game's here now. I was like, that was weird. Like, it's strange.
It didn't do the KOF route, but it did like, it just, Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
All right, well, I feel like the idea of all the characters are overpowered isn't the sole reason why everyone left.
Probably not, but it could be a factor.
Yeah, you're right. All right. He also asked, "Are you gonna play Nikki and review for the community?" That question, I feel like, is only targeted towards me because out of the three of us, I'd probably be the only one that caves in and plays it.
I don't even know what that game is, man. Let me look
it's a gacha.
Hell no, I ain't touching that, man. It's a gacha game. As soon as I saw the YouTube search, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Juna did an ad for it. I was watching a different video.
Girls, I'm good, man. I got a little bit of self-respect in me.
Yeah. Giuna loves the game, but I think the only reason why Giuna loves the game is because, like all fighting game players, he's a pervert.
Well, no, they're paying him. He's doing ads for the game.
Oh,
he
man,
was doing ads for the game before the game came out.
Yo, was that Raid Shadowlands? Hey, let him know, man. $300 for his ad.
Oh man.
Look, here's the deal. I will do this. If Goddess of Victory, Nikki decides, hey, the Ride to Orbius cast needs some money. We'll sponsor you if you guys play a stream. I'll stream the game.
Sure, I'll show some waifus for the whatever.
I'll watch some booty shake while I shoot my gun. All right.
I don't even know what's the gameplay in this gacha. What do you do?
So what you do is you point your gun at robots and then you shoot and then you hide and cover while you reload. So it's a third person
cover based.
Yeah, cover.
You ever heard of Wild Guns?
Yeah, it's basically Wild Guns, except the reason why people like it is because every character's booty be shaking like wild.
And they got big breasts.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good on that. So the question is actually, I was talking how I played Path to Nowhere for 2 days, right? And that's also just waifus, tower defense, whatever. That one I actually thought the gameplay was pretty fun, but I will say, so I was saying, these gacha games are so exhausting mentally because I also tried that One Punch Man gacha game, which is just I don't know what the genre is, but like kind of like a turn-based attack game where like you attack, they attack, you attack, they attack. So that's the gameplay in that one. And the tower defense one with the waifus, I mean, that one was cool, but like, man, whenever you open the game, there's so much shit that is just coming onto the screen. And it's like, hey, you want gems? What about stamina? You want this? Hey, look, this waifu is on an event or whatever. It's like, this is too much. Like, I just kind of wanted to like do a little quick tower defense level and then peace out. Mm-hmm. But like, there's just so much going on that I was like, this is just exhausting to like get to the mission. Like, you have to get rid of all these other pop-ups. And it was in both games, the One Punch Man game and then the Path to Nowhere. And I was like, man, I just like, even though the gameplay was kind of fun, I was like, it's just exhausting to get through. So these gacha games, they're really predatory. We were talking about that in Discord too.
They are, man. They're really predatory, dude.
I think
they want you to stay.
I think the biggest problem with gacha games that they do really well is that they power feed the hell out of you in the beginning, They make you feel super good, like, oh, hey, look at how strong and powerful you are. Look at how much content you're getting. And then all of a sudden, they hit you with that break, and they're like, oh, party's over. You want to
Didn't Genshin Impact do that to a lot of people? You get a good-ass character, then your character just cheeks afterwards. I'm like, damn, I hate this character, man.
And then all of a sudden, the game will be like, okay, now if you want to keep doing this, you got to pay us some money. We'll turn the brakes back off, but like, we turn the brakes on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these mobile games too, they just come and go, right? They're just kind of like a money grab. A lot of them they don't last. I think they're fine to play for like maybe a week, but you really burn out on those kind of games. Like, you know, after you've done like the first set of missions or whatever it is, like it's repetitive. So it's kind of done with the gameplay loop there. Jen, since we're going a little long here, and this next question is a bit of it's gonna take us a while.
This one's targeted solely at me.
I don't think so. I mean, I want to know what Pringle wants to say about these characters. How about we just do this one, and then we'll have to roll the rest back, and then we'll...
Actually, we could skip this one, because this one's the longest one. I think the others are probably shorter.
Yeah,
okay.
I think they are. Yeah.
All right, let's do... how about we do one more? And let's do the game of the Stars Holic question. Because that one is the one that is timely. So Stars Holic on Twitter... Who are you voting for Fighting Game of the Year for TGA? I'm voting for Sifu. Lol. So the Game Awards, the fighting game category for Game of the Year, the nominees are DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu, which is a fighting game.
I already voted, and I voted DNF Duel.
Voted DNF Duel? Wait, yeah. KOF came out in 2022? Why do I feel like that game is old as shit?
Man, because it looked kind of old,
season
man.
2, that's why.
Man, it came out this year? Wow. I for sure thought it came out 2021.
I thought it came out 2021 too. Hold on.
I thought it came out 2010. No, I'm just like... Oh, man.
Oh, man. Maybe it did come out in 2022. Maybe the beginning of 2022? It's just been around for a while. We knew about KOF 15 for a minute.
That's why. It came out in February.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's eligible. I guess out of all those, right? That would be the logical choice to go with, KOF 15. But, man, I was looking at these nominees, and obviously
Dude,
Sifu is
these
not
are
a fighting
cheeks, man. Like,
Sifu.
bro, this is it? Like, is this what we... And then it makes me think, how many fighting games has even dropped this year?
Phantom Opera Omnia came out this year.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not a game.
Sifu isn't a fighting game, though. At least Opera Omnia is a fighting game.
I mean, yeah, the beat 'em up is probably more fun, honestly. But, yeah.
We had the Among Us fighting game, right?
Oh,
they're
man.
stabbing people.
The Among Us fighting game is free, and it came out this year. And apparently it's super good. It's got like character archetypes from every game.
Dude, there is like no fighting games, man. It just makes you think, isn't it? It's like indie fighting games just die. Like they don't live at all. They
what
just
do you
die.
mean? Arena fight, what is it? Among Us Arena is actually doing good. It's got Kazuya with Black as Kazuya with Electric Wind Godfist.
Wait, what game is this, man? That doesn't exist.
It does.
Why does it feel like he's talking about something made up right now to me?
No, I'm not kidding you right now.
Talking about a Mugen fighter over here, man.
I'm serious. Like if you pick the color black, he has Electric Wind.
You said Arena Fighter too?
It's not an arena fighter. It's a 2-on-2. It's a 2v2. Oh, it's like a 1v1 2D fighting game.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it, man.
But just looking at this list,
it's a free game with rollback netcode. I'm telling you right now, you need to pick it up.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
sure.
not going to.
Oh man, we're off the rails here. So look at this list: DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu. I mean, Sifu, come on. But like, if this is your list for the game of the year for a fighting game, it's been a weak year for fighting games. Like, this is not good. So, but I guess KOF. I mean, maybe they'll win. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna lose to We're gonna lose to JoJo.
You want to know what was gonna win?
might lose
Multiverse
to
is
FIFA.
gonna-
Multiverses might win, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, because it's WB and WB
yeah,
pays
they
for
got all
these,
the
right?
fans,
Yeah.
man.
Plus,
Well, no,
it's
they-
free. It's a free
Yeah, they-
fighting game.
Yeah, that's true.
Warner Brothers always wins these awards with Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
Yeah.
They pay Jeff Keighley like, here, give us the award.
And I mean, last year I think it wasn't as great either, but I mean, Strive was. I feel like Strive was just gonna win off the get go, just because it was just going to, man. And what else was there available? I guess Melty or something. But
I'm
nobody
more
would play
pissed
Melty.
off at the fact that Street Fighter 6 was not in the running for for upcoming game of the year or upcoming game. There was no Street Fighter 6. There was no Tekken 8. None of those.
I don't know how much people did. I don't know how much more people care about Street Fighter 6. Do they? Do they care about Street Fighter 6? I don't
Street
care
Fighter
that much,
6 is
but-
hype as hell. In fact, everyone who played Street Fighter 6 said they're not touching Street Fighter 5. It's that
Really?
good. It's that good of a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still. There's not one character I want to play in that game anyway. I'm
Well,
not.
to be fair,
When Tekken 8 drops, though, that'll be sick. As long as the netcode's good. That netcode's trash, man. Well, guess I'm never playing Tekken. Wait till Tekken 3 drops on Fightcade.
Yeah. All right. Let's take one flyer here because we are a little long in the tooth with this podcast. So the one that I actually want to get to is the Twitter one because dude, Twitter is on fire. We talked about the Slab podcast, but Elon Musk is doing everything possible that you could think of to just destroy this platform. Which, dude, to me, I'm like, yes, like yes, because Twitter has its good parts where it's like, you get news from it and you get like funny dog memes or whatever. Like I like that side of Twitter where it's like it makes me laugh sometimes. But it also has like the terrible discourse on like people who just are just awful. But ever since he took over, this dude's been firing everybody, people that he needs for the platform to work, and trying to make money off of it with the Twitter Blue, and then it's gotten really bad losing advertisers because people are making fake accounts saying, "Oh, we're Sony PlayStation, everything's free" or whatever, and then the stock goes down.
Yeah,
so it's like, I mean, it's just been bad. But I was like, man, this would be so good, especially. I mean, I think this is good for everybody, but especially the FGC because we need a hard reset. And this would be so good if the platform just goes up in flame. And everybody just goes back to like being old school of like, I mean, I'm sure they'll come out with
baby. We're back to our forums, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
SRK, man, that'd be great.
God, if we all have to go back to SRK forums, I might cry.
That'd be great, man. Forums are so fun, man. Like the next day you check it, see some new stuff, and then you get sad when there's nothing new because nobody's posted anything. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is just a constant, like it's such an intense feed of just stuff. Like there's such like you scroll down, you just you get so numb to it without noticing. Someone just died, someone killed a mama, someone had a freaking won the lotto, and you just scroll down like
You know what? I have a bad feeling that when Twitter dies, we're all going to be on Tumblr.
I'm not.
No.
I'm sorry to say this, but Tumblr might be the Twitter replacement. 'Cause everyone's like, "Oh,
Instagram's so odd."
Instagram's going to be the Twitter replacement." I'm like, no, Instagram is not the Twitter replacement. You want to know what the Twitter replacement is? Tumblr.
People are just gonna go back to MySpace.
MySpace,
The truth.
MySpace is still alive, and that's the funny thing.
It is.
It's just a music platform now.
Yep.
I think it's great. I think I would like Twitter to burn. That'd be awesome. Because I think it's good for the world. The world will heal. I think the world will heal if Twitter burns.
What's funny? You know what's funny is that they just announced that a bunch of engineers just quit today.
Yeah.
They're saying that like Twitter's probably gonna die in like a few minutes or a few days.
Few minutes.
I'll be honest, man. The only platform I think that sticks around and probably won't go nowhere is probably YouTube at this point, with Google just owning it basically. But any other platform, I can see them kind of being funneled out. Like remember things like you had like a Vine just being like funneled out, and TikTok will probably sooner funneled out. I mean, these type of platforms where I feel like their longevity is really based off the interests of people and not like a true need of society. So it's like there's a lot. YouTube is like a need now at this point. But do you think he's doing that on purpose though? I think Elon is doing it on purpose. He's probably just doing it on purpose. He's like sabotaging it from within.
Man, he paid a lot of money to sabotage it though.
Hey man, the motherfucking rich man, rich people
And he's
do
getting
crazy
broke.
things with money, man.
He's losing a lot of money on this stupid deal that he made.
That dude probably put it on the side. He's like, I'm gonna lose all this money. I don't care.
You think he's actually the hero we need? He bought Twitter to get rid of it. You think that's his whole plan? Like he's like, I'm gonna become the martyr.
Destroy it from within, slowly but surely, instead of all at once. Where people are confused. I'm gonna give them the signs. Like engineers quitting, I let them know ahead of time, man. They saw what was happening. This is all part of the plan.
Part of the end game.
Man, maybe everybody thought he's a villain, but he's actually a hero.
Yeah, man. He's not just gonna Thanos. If you Thanos snap everybody, then everybody has to deal with the consequences like immediately. But if you do it slowly, then everybody could see the signs. It's better. No knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. But anyway, it is kind of fun seeing the FGC deal with Twitter because man, there's so many people in the FGC that like are tied to the hip to this platform.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
And
man.
it's been kind of fun seeing the reaction of Twitter going up in flames and the FGC, the Twitter fingers. They don't know what to do. Like there's so many people who are just gonna entirely lose their identity when Twitter goes up in flames, and I'll be like, yes, yes.
Join me in our kappa.
Reddit is Reddit the new Twitter? Yo.
Oh man.
No. We just need to like.
It's too much forum.
We just need to go outside and just be nice to each other.
Talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss all the art. I'm gonna miss all the art from all the artists.
How is it? Yeah, how's that Mike Tyson said it? People talk like they think they can't get punched when it comes to online. I was like, damn, that's so true, man.
Yeah. Everybody's saying what they're comfortable with, from a screen, but you won't say it in real life. Mm-mm. We need to get some people, a couple shots of empathy. It'd be good for them.
That or we just get back to bullying. I mean, I'm down with that too, man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Look, we bullied Broken on this podcast for 2 hours. Oh, Broken, we're just giving you.
I appreciate it. Honestly. I kind of find the camaraderie in
Bill makes his armor, it makes his skin tougher. We're just trying to help you, man. That's what a bully says as he keeps punching you in the gut. I'm just making you tougher, goddammit.
Yeah.
True.
Tough love.
True.
All right, gents, let's get out of here. This was fun. Obviously, the mailbag questions always go a little longer because people have a lot of things for us to talk about, but we'll roll back the questions that we didn't get to the next mailbag since they're not as timely. We can always talk about them. And we'll do our regular show probably next week. And then we'll see where we're at. Broken, when we played the last playthrough for River City Girls, we'll see where we're at with the review discussion podcast. I'm thinking episode 13, but who knows? We shall see. So until then, my name is Max Spicer. That was Pringle the 1, Pringle the 2, a.k.a. Broken Wing, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace. I feel like we could have answered at least the Bruner's question, which was the voice acting one.
I'm at 2 hours and 27 minutes on OBS.
Where am I now? Oh, I'm at 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't know, but who did you play? I don't think Mac played Street Fighter. Did you play Street Fighter Broken?
Which one?
The sixth one?
Yeah, I played 6.
How was it? I don't really know anything. I saw the gameplay, but it's
fun.
It's just like Street Fighter to me.
I don't want to play 5 ever again. I'm sorry, 5 looks.
Did it feel responsive? Like how does that?
100% responsive.
Oh, okay. Because I remember that was a big problem with 5, man. You just felt like you were in mud.
Another thing is that the netcode's good.
A little.
Really good.
Mm.
I played people in Europe, and I was like, no problems.
Mm.
For now. Yeah. In a closed beta.
Dude.
We'll see how it is in open beta.
I don't know if y'all remember, but 5 came out with like the 8 frames of lag, man, in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, it felt weird, man, because like you go from that I mean, you go to that from Skullgirls, everything is like not the same because Skullgirls is like 2, 3, something really, really small. PC is like extremely small.
Then when you played in Street Fighter 5 on PS4, it was even worse.
Ah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
yeah, I know. I heard about that too.
I
Tekken
will-
was pretty bad. I hated how
Tekken was bad too.
That's one thing I hope that they make better with Tekken, man. Like the input lag in Tekken is just disgusting. I hate it.
Well, to be fair, we're not going to be using PS4s anymore. You're going to have to use PS5 because it's on the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. That might be a conversation because I'm thinking in my head, who's gonna fund these, man? PS5 is gonna be like 500 bones, man. Who the hell? We're just all forced to get the expensive console now to play the game.
Yeah, you can't play Tekken 8 without a modern console.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 is the same thing.
No, Street Fighter 6 is going to be on PS4 and PS and
Man,
X.
Tekken messed up, man.
No, I mean, honestly, we needed that hard reset. I feel like the PS4 is dead. I don't like playing against PS4 players on Guilty Gear Strive. That shit takes fucking forever. I'm tired of that shit.
I don't think how much of a difference is it with the PS5 players though.
PS5's
'Cause
instant.
there's- Oh yeah, okay. Because I was gonna be like, I mean, like they still not PC players, so they're always gonna be screwing you over.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Well,
Console
I was
players
just
don't know
wondering.
what an Ethernet cable exists.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because console, yeah, exactly, bro. Okay, so you just reminded me something that threw me off, and it surprised me. You saying that I was playing Rivals of Aether, and man, there was a poll of how much people don't use Ethernet. Bruh, I was like, oh my god, this many people trying to mess me over with their bum ass connections.
You know,
I'd be
every
legit.
time. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd be legit like halfway fighting somebody, and I like he's not better than me. And then all of a sudden, this guy's connection turns in the cheeks, and I'm like, wait a minute, you really want to win that bad,
Mm.
man? Oh man, dude.
Wiggle the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I was gonna say I've noticed that every time the idea of use a LAN cable comes up, someone's like, "I'm in school, dude," or "I'm in the barracks," or this and that. I'm like, okay, yeah, but they make devices called you plug it into your what is it? You plug it into your wall, and then you plug in a cable right there, and oh my god, you got LAN cable again. Like
He's talking about
Oh,
the
yeah.
I forgot what they're called. but-
Wi-Fi adapters.
Yeah, but the ones that go through like you put it through like an electrical outlet, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's
I hear that they're not that
solutions.
good though, but they're better than nothing.
Yeah, but there's solutions. Okay, like
Mhm.
you can use a LAN cable. You don't have to pretend that you can't. You don't.
I don't play the game. That's, just don't play it, man. Just screw it, dude. I wouldn't even mess with it, man.
Man.
Just go somewhere and play with some friends, man. Have more fun. Why are you gonna fight yourself with this bum ass connection, man?
Hmm.
Can't do it.
Besides, if you're in school, whatever, yeah, just go to school, man.
Yeah, what are you doing playing games in school?
Yeah, man. Stay ass in school, man.
Well, when they say school, they mean college. They don't mean.
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
school.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I still, yeah. Go home, man. I don't know.
I know.
Get out of your 4-year university that's gonna screw you over because you can't get a job afterwards. You know.
Right. They don't pay anything with that degree anyway. You're gonna get
Yeah,
a degree in
man.
air
They're not
guitar.
gonna give you no job for that degree you got.
Yeah, fucking degree in air drums.
Yeah.
Damn, that's me right now.
Get
You know
your
what? Are you
degree in
telling me?
music. What the hell that's gonna do?
Are you telling me I should just quit school and just go and get a government job?
What-
Just fucking.
What do you? Yeah,
That's
well,
not your. That's,
maybe.
I thought your degree was more
What's your- what
applicable
is your
to tech,
degree?
right?
It's computer science.
Yeah.
That's actually useful though. You can use that degree. It might not help you very much in jobs, but it'll help a little bit because it makes you look a little bit better than everybody else. Because computer science is actually like a more technical type of thing.
I want.
Yeah,
But
I
if
mean-
you were out here like I got a degree in music, I'm gonna be like, why? That's a waste of your money.
Yeah.
Well,
you got a major in music and a minor in philosophy. Good
Oh,
job.
my
Good
God.
luck.
or history.
Boy. Well, I got a
That's
computer. I'm
actually
getting
useless.
I'm getting a computer science degree because I want to be a programmer and I want to program the next fighting game.
Why won't you just go to a tech school and learn how to program like Python or C plus or?
That is more cheaper.
Because
I will say that much.
I tried that and they didn't even teach me. They were like, "Here's your assignment," and then they were like, "Okay, cool. Here's your next assignment." And I'm like, "What the fuck? How? You're giving me assignments, but you're not even teaching me how to do the assignment.
I think that's how people learn how to program, though. Pretty much, man. Like, and one thing because I was looking into programming, or not even like programming, and it's like a lot of times it's like you just learn it yourself.
Well,
like,
yeah,
a
but
lot
like
about
they
people learn
don't.
programming.
I like the new class I'm in where it's like they teach you
Yeah,
what it is, and then they teach you like the mechanics of it. So it's like I at least know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not just being told,
yeah.
hey, go make a game.
Yeah, I mean, I had a friend that he was going to college for that, and he was like, "This is pointless. I know all of this," and then he just kind of stopped doing it, and then he got a high-paying programming job, pretty much just from like his portfolio. Because that's the problem with programming too, like, and that's what I was looking. Because programming, in a way, would be easy for me because I don't have to like I can just work on the computer at home. Problem though is that you need like usually like they're not really like entry-level programming jobs. You have to have some prior experience working on something. So a lot of times they want like portfolios of stuff you've worked on in the past to help you get the actual job, and then you can learn whatever they teach you, which is nothing probably related to whatever you learned anywhere you were at.
Yeah.
You know what?
There are also online resources like code.org, right? You can
True.
learn how to code.
Yeah, coding, Python, learning Python or Java, any of that stuff might be helpful if you can do it now. I would just do it now.
You know
Just
what?
learning it.
Fo just made an interesting thought. He said, "Start small, make lots of little ideas."
Yeah,
Honestly, you should probably do that.
it's true. Yeah, but
There you go.
There we go.
that's one of the things with like, I just remember that was the one thing with programming though. It's like that's what kind of sucks about programming. You can't really learn it on the fly. You can, depending on if they let you, but they usually don't. And that's why I was like, man, maybe I could just learn it on the fly. Because you kind of can. That's that type of job. As long as you don't use a computer. But
Be tech savvy.
Yeah.
True that. All
Does
right.
Final Fantasy 14 prepare you for coding?
yeah, right.
No,
Oh,
it
man.
doesn't prepare me for any coding.
Oh man.
All right, guys.
Geez.
Well, this was a fun podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll have a proper show
Next
written
week
up
is
next
gonna
week.
be,
Yeah.
Yeah, next week is gonna be pain in the ass because all the reveals.
Oh yeah, that's right. So hold on, let me. So we got 2 shows left before I go on vacation. I'll see. So that's actually December 1st, the show before I go on vacation.
Yeah. Next
um,
week's Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, we're not doing a show on the 24th, so we only got 1 show.
I mean,
Man,
So
I gotta
here's
get
the
a car,
thing.
man.
Here's
That's
the
what keeps
thing.
going through my head. Bro, man, that's what keeps
Who's
going through my head.
actually-
Like, yo, man, I got a car.
all right. Here's my question for you guys: who's actually visiting family on Thanksgiving?
Not me, man. I got money for that.
I am visiting family, but I have to come home
Right.
because here's the thing.
Yeah.
You got work?
No, it's not that I have work. They don't.
Oh.
They don't have any room for me to sleep at the house.
What?
Oh man.
So
They
basically,
can't prop up a couch for you or something, man?
no. They don't have room.
What the hell
because
is that?
The reason why is because like I have extended family coming over to sleep over. So
Put a
they-
pillow on the floor.
How far is the family, the house from where you live, man?
15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I
So
guess
they're
that's
like, just
that.
go home. You can come to eat, but just go home. That's what I did last year. Except I
Alright.
got
Not bad.
shit on because they were like, oh, so all you're going to do is just come here and eat, and then you leave. Is that what you do? Is that what you do? You just come here, eat free food, and then you leave?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I do. That's what keeps our relationship healthy.
Short intervals with the,
Yeah,
with the
man.
immediate family. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go eat and then come back.
Well, then, hey, there we go. If Pringle's not going to visit family, if me and you are just going to go and eat and then come back, we can just do a late Thursday podcast episode.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna do stuff here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna make food and stuff like that. We'll probably make food. I'll probably be out the whole day, man. So
Well, we'll see.
and we have
play
a
it.
friend. We hang out and stuff like that. So
We'll see how it goes.
Friday, I think I have to like. Friday would probably work, but I have to like try to work. I don't know, man. So like the way the work works is really weird, man. Like they'll have me check in a certain time, and then I check in like prior, like it's like okay, I have to check in at 11:30. Check in through Discord. I'm like, hey, I'm here, checking in, and then I don't work till like 2. So it's
Damn.
like, so I gotta wake up early or something. Like on weekends, I gotta wake up at 8:30 to check in, so then I can start work at 10. Something like that. It's really weird. I don't understand it. I was like, that's kind of confusing, but so then it's like, and then at the same time, I don't know how the hours kind of look till the day I get there, the day I check in.
That's fair.
Damn. We'll play it by ear. We'll
Yeah.
we'll see how Thursday and Friday works. If they don't, we'll just do the show on the first. When I come back from vacation, plus when I have reduced hours, I'll be more available to be more flexible for stuff. So
I know when I start school, I'll be a lot more flexible.
the dream.
Yeah. And when I get a car,
You're
You
killing
want
me
my
with the
car?
car.
I'm so upset right now.
Hey, you want my car?
What happened?
Where are you looking, by the way?
Just anything locally, like 50 miles. Can't really go past that, man. These motherfuckers are way too far, yo. There's not a lot of dealerships down where I live, man, for some reason.
I was gonna say, you want my car? I got
Nah,
one more
you ain't even
payment
got
left.
AC, man. Why
I
would
got-
I want your beater?
I got one more payment left, and then I'm done paying it off, and then all I gotta do.
Nah. The
And-
reason, because right now, like the problem though is that like I have to look for a car that has like enough trunk space for like a wheelchair. And of course, you get a sedan. A sedan can fit that, but the problem is sedans can't fit anything else but that wheelchair. So I have to look for something more of a crossover type SUV type thing.
I have a
You're looking
Mazda
for like a
CX-9.
Hyundai.
Yeah,
I have
Hyundai.
Yeah, I was gonna say my car is a Mazda CX-9. It does have AC. It's just it doesn't have Freon in it.
Oh man, you gotta
So-
recharge that thing.
No, what happens? I have to get a new condenser. But hey, AC works, and the not the cooling.
What, you're gonna mail it to me, man? Send it through FedEx? Put it in a package in an envelope?
Hey, look! Once I pay off this car, I'll go and get a car loan and get a new car. Okay?
What? How much was the car initially?
It's like
How much yours was?
$5K.
Yeah. What year?
It's 2009.
Mileage?
I don't recall off the top of my head. I put too much mileage on it though.
Yeah,
You don't remember
so
what it
Mazda.
had when you bought it?
No, I never really care about mileage. I just care.
You should.
Yeah, man.
Honestly,
That's like
all I-
one of the most important things.
Well, now when you pay that off, I would say hold off till maybe like next year. Don't buy nothing. I have to get one, but I would say if you can hold off with that car, man, wait, because right now the car prices are really bad.
I was gonna
like,
say.
you're- Yeah.
I was gonna say as soon as I pay it off next month, then the next following months, because it's gonna be cold. I'm not gonna really
Yeah.
spend. I'm gonna save $100 now because now I don't have to put $100 in to go and pay for the car. I'm gonna use
Yeah.
that $100 I saved to go and buy a condenser, because right now it's gonna be cold, so I don't need AC. So I'll just be using my heater. So
That's the whole point of like paying off the car is like the moment you pay it off is that the moment the car's making you money. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, think about it
Yeah.
that way.
once,
Because like I had an old car, the Ford Focus that I had, and it was like it was like a 2001 car, and I got it for pretty cheap, man, like $4 or $5 grand, but like $4 or $3 grand maybe. But now you can't really like you can find like beaters like that if you do through like private listings. But the problem is that now with the shortage and all that stuff, that people are even selling those pretty high. So you can't even like find like even Toyotas and Hondas ain't even going that cheap anymore, man. Which is funny, dude. Like that people don't want to get rid of them,
I
so
will
they're
say,
just trying to fix their cars to save on it.
I will say this. I'm thinking about getting a car wrap company to like wrap my car, so that my car makes me money.
I've never heard of that before.
What is it?
So, advertisers will pay you to wrap your car in their advertisement, so that way, whenever you go anywhere, they see the advertisement on your car, and then after the
Oh.
campaign is over, they just take off the
Ah.
wrap.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking about doing that because my car is
You
so
gonna
nice.
do that?
It's a nice car.
Sure.
you're gonna do that with that juice you were trying to. They advertised to you.
Athletic
Put
Green.
that juice on the side, man.
Nah, I'm gonna do it with G Fuel. Look at this bad boy.
G Fuel,
Hell
man.
yeah, we got some G
The gamer fuel.
in the chat. Let's go.
Oh man,
G Fuel, baby.
is that a Sonic on it? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's got
God.
Sonic on it. In
Dude.
fact, this Saturday the 19th, I'm supposed to get a shipment of 3 Mortal Kombat flavors from G Fuel. So, if G Fuel wants to sponsor G Fuel on my car, I say go for it.
Man, I didn't even know. I thought that they had to like find people specifically for that, but it's not surprising that you just volunteer for it and see if you can get it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna taint my car with that though. Unless it's something you could take off. You never want to put something you can't take off on your car.
Oh,
that's
they
for sure, man.
take it off for you for free because once the campaign's over, there's no point.
Yeah,
I mean, depends on how much they're willing to pay you.
yeah. But I will say that right now I would say wait, man, because the market isn't so good. Like Mac, you said you got a Mazda 2010, right? Like for 60 miles, dude. That right now is like probably like a lot, man. 60K miles to buy something like that is not. It's pretty low mileage now. So it's like you could probably find a Mazda like that for like 15, 16, 17, a lot more than before, man. Pretty bad.
I bought mine for 10, but that was in 2016. So
Yeah, so that's even more better.
yeah, but $10,000 was a little more in 2016.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, that's how like a lot of my friends were saving up. They'd say like, I'm gonna save 10 grand. 10 grand was a healthy amount to get you a nice sedan or smaller car right there.
Yeah.
Nice fuel efficient Toyota or something like that.
I got a little lucky because I found a mom and pop shop in Florida. That was a little small mom and pop dealership, not like one of those big, Greg's Toyota or whatever. Like
Yeah.
so.
Those are always nice if you can be like, all right, well, they took care of the car. That's always probably the scary part. You get a car, especially right now though, because like right now you get a car and if it ain't that good, man, you budge, dude.
Yeah,
Before it's not so bad.
I don't even remember. And buying a car in Florida is actually better because the car doesn't take as much abuse with the weather.
That's true. Yeah. Outside of rain, that's really it.
Rain, but you're not driving over potholes and you're not like dealing with the snow and usually not a lot of transmission issues with those cars. But I remember that dealership didn't even have. They might have had like maybe 40 cars in their lot, like not a lot, like the small dealership. So.
Yeah, I need to start. Man, I'm looking everywhere. I'm just not finding anything decent looking. It's like overpriced cars with 100,000 plus miles, and it's like, man, for like 15,000, like that's terrible, dog.
I use so I have like a Capital One credit card, and they have this program called an Auto Navigator. I used that to search for a car for a long time before I even bought one. So. You can search for that. Just put in your zip code, and it'll find cars for you within that range or whatever, price and range. And never know.
Yeah.
God, every time.
Good luck, man.
God, every time I look up, I just look at fucking Pokemon.
The feet, man. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all around, man.
Yeah, Sam. I'm gonna go to bed. It's late.
Take care, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.